ध्यानमूलं गुरुर्मूर्ति पूजमूलं गुरुपदम् मंत्रमूलं बाबार्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं स्वामी कृपा। ओ हमारे गुरुजी, ओ बाबा स्वामी जी, जन्मों जन्मों से भटके हम दुनिया शरीरों की, बहुत जिया दुनिया शरीरों की, बहुत जिया अनजान रहे आत्मा से हम। ओ हमारे गुरुजी, ओ बाबा स्वामी जी, जन्मों जन्मों से बच गए हम। अब आए आपके शरणों में बैठे हैं, आपके चरणों में अब आशीष आपसे पा ही लिया सब कुछ, हमको तो मिल ही गया भगवान से भी क्या पाएंगे, भगवान से भी क्या पाएंगे, जब आपने सब कुछ दे ही दिया। ओ हमारे गुरुजी, ओ बाबा स्वामी जी, जन्मों जन्मों से बट गए हम। हमें ध्यान के पथ पे ले चलिए ना चाहिए और कोई रास्ता, दुनिया चाहे हमें कुछ भी कहे, हमें दुनिया से क्या वास्ता। अब जाएंगे ना छोड़ के हम, अब जाएंगे ना छोड़ के हम, साथ साथ रहेंगे आपके हम। ओ हमारे गुरुजी, ओ बाबा स्वामी जी, जन्मों जन्मों से बच गए हम। ये जीव है क्या, ये शिव है क्या, है उसका तो हमें ध्यान कहाँ। नर से नारायण कैसे बने हैं, उसका भी हमें ज्ञान कहाँ। दूर करके दोष हमारे सब, दूर करके दोष हमारे सब, शिखला दो मौन की भाषा अब। ओ हमारे गुरुजी, ओ बाबा स्वामी जी, जन्मों जन्मों से बट गए हम दुनिया शरीरों की, बहुत जिया दुनिया शरीरों की, बहुत जिया अनजान रहे आत्मा से हम। ओ हमारे गुरु जी, ओ बाबा स्वामी जी, जन्मों जन्मों से बट के हम, जन्मों जन्मों से, जन्मों जन्मों से बट के हम।
Jai Baba Swami, Jai Atmeshwar. The bhajan that you just heard was written by Jituji and sung by Jituji, who is our guest for today. जन्मों जन्मों से भटके हम, अब शरीर का भाव छोड़कर आज इस सेशन को ज्वाइन करते हैं. So we have been searching for this moment for our lives, for many lives. And today, let's forget all the restrictions, all the boundaries at physical level and be at the soul level and join today's session. Let's not restrict ourselves with anything other than putting our chitta or our mind on the today's session and absorb everything. So with that, a very warm welcome to all the guests, participants, and hosts of today's session. This is Samarpan, where we take you through the history of Samarpan meditation as witnessed by first generation sadhaks, and we will get to know about their journey and evolution of Samarpan meditation in various parts of the world. It is an interview of the souls, by the souls, to connect with super souls through the collectivity of souls. We feel really, really blessed to bring you this two-part session of the interview with the divine sadhak family from India, Jitendra Patwari and Prafulla Patwari. But before we step into that world, let's hear a few house rules. Dear guests and co-hosts, please put your phones on silent and WhatsApp calls on mute. Please turn on your audio video until the interview begins, so we will announce and invite you to speak when your turn comes. If you get disconnected, please join back. Please message one of our teammates personally and we will make you co-host. So you have privileges to mute and unmute if you need to talk during that session. For our audience, we request please turn off your videos so we can have a better bandwidth to enjoy this program. During this session, if you have any questions, please share in the chat. We are also live on YouTube and the link has been shared in the chat for you. So please share it forward to whoever can connect to today's session right now. We will collect all the questions from YouTube and also the Zoom chat, and we will address them through G2G tomorrow after the interview happens. So with that, without further delay, I would like to invite Utsav to read the disclaimer. Jai Baba Swami.
Jai Baba Swami, everyone. So before we move forward to the program, I would like to read the disclaimer. The only objective of this Samarpan is connecting all living beings of the present times. The information and opinions shared here by anyone are personal views of speaker and are not officially associated with any social, religious, cultural, political, educational, or other organization. We are here to be inspired on how to go back to our original nature of a pure soul or a Holy Spirit. By no means we intend to offend someone or to hurt anyone's emotions. We support understanding of any subject based on our own experiences rather than relying on any bookish information, encouraging baseless ideology or superstitious beliefs. Please accept our soulful love or atmiyata and disregard any information that you don't agree with. Now with this, I would like to invite Rasikaji.
Jai Baba Swami, Jai Atmeshwar, Samarpan Meditation. I will give you some information about Samarpan Meditation. The foundation of this beautiful program is Samarpan Meditation. It is an authentic and simple meditation practice based on Guru Sanskars or values of Guru. It has been practiced since last 800 years in the Himalayas by the yogis, ascetics, and sages, and was first brought into the society by Sri Shivakrupananda Swamiji in 1994 for the benefit of the common people like us. By the grace of those Himalayan gurus, today Samarpan meditation is practiced by millions of people in more than 50 countries in the world. Surprisingly, Samarpan meditation is offered totally free to anyone without any barriers of nationality, religion, race, gender, color, caste, or language. Samarpan meditation is made of two words. Samarpan means letting go of the negative of the ego of thoughts of the past or the future and of any expectations or attachment. Meditation is naturally allowing our self-consciousness to merge into the universal consciousness without any effort. Samarpan meditation helps us to live life in a balanced state of mind with optimal body health to achieve overall progress while growing spiritually. You will also hear us saying Jai Baba Swami or Jai Atmeshwar. When we say Jai Baba Swami, it reminds us that we all are like pearls bonded through all unseen thread of our master Baba Swami. And by saying Jai Atmeshwar, we bow down to the soul inside you. Thank you. Jai Baba Swami.
Jai Baba Swami, thank you, Rasika ji. And now let me introduce you to our esteemed guests. We are truly blessed to have a divine soul as our guest, Mr. Jitendra Patwari, who joined Samarpan in 2001 Bhavnagar Shivir and became instrumental for the first 8 days Rajkot Mahashivir in 2005 that was attended by more than 60,000 people. Jitendraji is a renowned metaphysics speaker, life coach from American Union of NLP, Reiki Grandmaster, and has been in the field of Kundalini, Nadis, and chakras for nearly 25 years. He is also an author of a book called Chakra Samahita. Apart from his personal achievements, he has been instrumental in various Guru Karya activities like being an active preacher in spreading Samarpan meditation globally, convener of many Shivers, Guru Purnima, and other important events. We will also learn about the spiritual journey and experiences of Mrs. Praffulla Patwari, who has been blessed with Swamiji's association from very early days. Interacting this time with a couple closely associated with meditation and Swamiji with over 2 decades and having proved fantastic mediums of cosmic energy. Jitendraji has been awarded amazing certificates through his career. Let me read them out for our audience. From the Global Science Foundation, he was awarded Certified Advanced Ho'oponopono Practitioner, Certified Law of Attraction Wealth Practitioner, Certified Advanced Hypnotic Communicator. From the Numerology University, he was awarded Certified Advanced Numerologist Level 2. From the American Union of NLP, he was awarded Certified Advanced Holistic Marketeer, Certified Advanced Public Speaker, Certified Life Coach, Certified NLP Practitioner. He also got a Certificate of Appreciation from Yoga Certified Board. From American Alliance of Hypnotists, he was awarded Certified Basic Ericksonian Hypnotist, Certified Advanced Past Life Regression Hypnotist. Wow, such great awards and achievements. Now let me introduce you to Prafulla ji. Prafulla ji is an ex-SBI official and has worked with the bank for 32 years before taking VRS. After spending first 12 years of her life at Uganda, she has migrated to India. Porbandar, Gandhiji's birthplace. Consequent upon Idi Amin turmoil, she had joined meditation from Bhavnagar in March 2001 and had substantial contribution in spread of meditation right from 2001. She and Jituji have laid down the foundation of Rajkot, started the first center in July 2003, reaching to Mahashivir in December 2005. She was the first lady state head of Gujarat from 2006 to 2009. Credit for many administrative reforms goes to her. She has remained extremely fortunate to have grace of Swamiji and Guru Ma on many occasions, along with opportunity to cook food for Swamiji. She has always remained active in spread of meditation and in guiding many new seekers. So after this wonderful introduction of our amazing guests, now it's over to Hitendraji to start the interview.
Jayatmeshwar, on behalf of Sri Shiv Krupanand Swami and our global Samarpan family, I would like to invite our today's guest, Mrs. Prafulla Patwari and Mr. Jitendra Patwari, for today's This is Samarpan program. Welcome, Prafulla Ben, Jitubhai.
Thank you.
Jai Baba Swami.
Jai Baba Swami, Jai Atmeshwar. So I want to tell our audience that for last more than 1.5 years, we are meeting one family every month. And what you are going to get today and tomorrow during this weekend, you will be so happy that we have received the company of such a prestigious as well as valuable soul who are in association not just with Samarpan family, but with global soul family that has very high level of spiritual journey being traveled together with Jituji's tremendous effort and love for the humanity. So without any further ado, you have heard about them, and there is one surprise gift that I would like to get for you, and that surprise gift will be a guest who was supposed to come tomorrow with very international fame and great spiritual knowledge of art of healing. But that person, instead of canceling her appearance tomorrow, has agreed to join us today. But before we start, let us take the blessings of our Gurudev that was showered to Patwari couple. We will watch this video.
Dhyanmoolam Gururmurti Pujamoolam Gurupadam Mantramoolam Gurur Vakyam Mokshamoolam Guru Kripa.
It is said one has to be very, very lucky. One must have traveled the spiritual path, not just in this life, but also in the past lives, to achieve this privilege of Guru Pada Puja, that also on the auspicious day of Guru Purnima. Jitendraji, would you like to tell a little bit about this photo and Guru Puja that you were able to perform in 2001?
Oh, yeah, sure. Thank you. This is 2001 Guru Purnima. We had been for the first time to Navsari, We joined in March 2001, as you said. And then there was no plan to go to Navsari because of some particular medical reasons of my sister-in-law. She was hospitalized and we were not able to go. But all of a sudden, certain things developed and we could go on the last moment. We reached there, and then the first person we met was Naimishaji. And for Naimishaji, Guruji had a talk with me earlier in March. And she met me for the, I was entering and she met me. We talked about something. Next day, our Acharya, the head of Bhavnagar place, center, he came to me that Naimishaji was searching for someone, who had met Guruji in Takhteshwar temple. And then Sanjay came. Sanjay was very close in those days. Sanjay Soni, he came. He said, Guruji has said that the couple, he used to call us banker couple in those days, that bring that banker couple for Guru Puja. And then Naimishaji coordinated everything. And we had great opportunity to do this Guru Pujan in the first Guru Purnima itself, our first tour to Navsari. After that, I've been going to Navsari on and often, but that was for the first time. And so naturally, you are seeing the picture. So that was it.
Beautiful. Very beautiful. So, Prafullaji, how was the feeling when you were surprised by this invitation to perform Guru Puja? And that also in these circumstances that were not easy for you to travel, and suddenly it happened. Do you think that was the coincidence or it was your luck?
No, it was our luck only. And I cannot express the feelings in words.
Yes.
And another thing which I would like to share is that at that time, we sent one small letter to Swamiji stating our condition and seeking his blessings that my sister-in-law is critical and we need your blessings. And after 2 hours, after this Guru Pujan was over, we got a phone from her that I don't know what happened to me, and I started feeling better. And
Beautiful.
after that, her recovery was really miraculous. Even doctors were surprised that she was having ulcer, and they were surprised how this could be healed. So this was also another part. So really, our good luck and blessings.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is such a beautiful thing. And thank you for sharing that with us. I want to tell our audience that what I mentioned, we were targeting tomorrow's session specifically about the new book that has been published recently by the grace of Swamiji with more than 2 years of continuous efforts by Jitendraji. The book's name is Chakra Samhita, and that book is published currently in Gujarati, but it will be coming for our international audience in multiple languages, including in Hindi. So, Jitendraji, if you can give a brief information about the book before we bring our esteemed guest, Jacqueline Ripstein, on the screen, I would appreciate that.
Okay. Yes. Actually,
We can show the slides of the book. If somebody who is sharing the PowerPoint, please show the slides of the book. Sorry for interruption, Jitubhai.
Yeah.
The first slide of the book. Yes, go ahead. One more up. Yeah. Yes, Jitubhai.
Okay. Actually, I have been in the field of energy work since 1998, so now 24 years to be exact, and very intensely. So all of a sudden in 2018, I felt like writing on chakra, because on chakra there is no authentic experience-based and detailed write-up. I have been to the field for this many years and have been reading, have come in contact with so many people, has multiple experiences. And considering all those things, I have seen that it was not there. And at that part time, somebody requested me to write an article series, which started somehow. And it was very well accepted, not in India, even outside by Gujarati people. I had to start in Gujarati because I was requested to write in Gujarati, and after all, it's my mother language. So naturally, I wanted to contribute something to the mother language too. So it went on, and at that point of time, one friend of mine, Naimishaji, she planted an idea that you should write a book. The way you are writing, it's something fantastic, and you must write a book. So that idea ultimately came in the form of this book. For the last 2 years, I had been writing this book, and writing, designing, printing, it all took 2 years. And fortunately, Swamiji was continuously monitoring the work, I can say, because see, the book starts with Guruji's blessings, and Guruji's blessings read that the book will be instrumental in spreading chakra and yoga and overall knowledge to the world.
Yes.
So those words are enough to say everything. And so many stories have gone with the book. When I was writing the book, I was virtually going into when I was writing about a particular chakra, I was virtually going into the energy of that chakra. I have felt that.
Beautiful.
So it is there. Then we are talking of the special guest. Now that special guest is also, has he joined?
Yes, she has joined.
Okay.
We can make her spotlighted, please. Good morning. Welcome, Jacqueline.
Good morning. Great to be here
Jacqueline, how are
with
you?
It's
Okay,
wonderful
Jacqueline is my
to share
dearest.
with you.
Jacqueline is very close to, very intimate to me and Prafulla. Very, very, very soul connection, you can say. And Jacqueline had been my guest at Baroda. She has for 20 years, she has remained United Nations World Peace Envoy. There is a branch, World Peace through Art. And for those who are not familiar with Jacqueline, her arts emit healing energy. She is holding the world patent for invisible art since 1996. Invisible art means when you see the painting, when you see the art, then in full light it's different. In dark light, in darkness, it's different. And when it's full light, when you put UV light, it's once again different. And every time, energy of different hertz, measurable. It has been certified by the top scientists in the world. That kind of energy is emitted. So in many American hospitals, her art is being kept just to share the healing energy so that the patients recover fast. So our friendship started in such a way that I was just going through her website. Before many years, in 2011, I caught the vibrations on heart chakra. It was a painting, Heaven to Earth. The left down, that is Heaven to Earth. And probably you can see on the walls also.
Yes.
My wall is decorated by Jacqueline's art. That is Heaven to Earth. So
beautiful.
I got the energy on my heart. I wrote to her and she was surprised. She said, okay, on the website it's written that it contains energy, but in heart, how did you find out? I said, thanks to the grace of my masters and everything, I'm quite sensitive to the energy and I could feel it. So that was the base of our friendship. Then she came to India. It was the first World Parliament on Spirituality at Hyderabad. She came there in a very tight schedule. It definitely speaks of the past connection, of past life connections only. She had only 3 days. She told me that I want to come to Baroda to you. I want to meet you. She caught a flight. She came to Baroda, became my guest. And at that point of time, I conveyed to Swamiji that Jacqueline is at my place. And to my utter surprise, generally, he's not giving that kind of appointment. But Jacqueline was called, and Swamiji gave 3 hours to Jacqueline.
Beautiful.
And not only that, Swamiji gave a gift temper to Jacqueline as a part of token of energy. Then Jacqueline was talking about this Hazel Courtney. Guruji was talking about Hazel Courtney and said the stone was there. Jacqueline said, why don't you give a stone to me? Swamiji immediately told Shashwati to go to gold pendant, vibrated that and gave to Jacqueline. And when this heaven to earth was shown to Guruji, Guruji was so happy. He said, whenever something is divine, it's not from us. You have to believe that it has come from some other source.
Higher level.
She is the woman, she is the lady, she is the artist, she is a soul who is fortunate to bring this kind of energy from other dimensions to our dimension. And her book, The Art of Healing Art.
You have the slide.
Not
Can you move the next slides? We have the book Art of Healing Art. Next.
See, just a moment, keep it there. I'll just show you. The previous slide, please. See, same painting. Next one. Yeah,
It's
see
a
the same
slide.
painting. Not this one, the middle one. Here also you can see. See,
You can see two different.
In darkness it is different.
Right.
With UV light it is different. In normal light it's different. And every time it is setting a different hertz of energy. So that is the beauty of Jacqueline's art. And about her arts, she has explained very well in the book, The Art of Healing Art. You can please go to that.
This one here.
Yeah, this one, The Art of Healing Art. Fortunately, I was connected even with the printing. Ultimately, it got printed in Mexico. But previously, it was a plan to print it in India. So, from the very beginning, I had gone through this particular volume. And I'm fortunate that Jacqueline wrote herself a long letter to me in Prafulla and sent this book to me the moment it was published. So now over to Jacqueline. I won't be speaking more about her. Let us listen to Jacqueline. And
So
she has been,
have,
okay, just one. And I'm fortunate that she has volunteered to give the prologue for my book.
yes.
She's written the prologue for my Chakra Sanhita because she knows for the last 12 years and we have very closely been connected. So she said, let it be my writing. And she has, this is the prologue for Chakra Sanhita by Jacqueline.
And who made the cover image, by the way, for the book?
That is Roshni. That's different.
Okay.
But in this book, everywhere, Jacqueline's presence is there. What kind of ink is used, what kind of color is used, what kind of, even for the painting, every moment I was sending it to her. And within 3-4 hours, naturally when I was sending, it was night there. By the time in the morning, within 1 hour, she was sending it back to me. So throughout, I got her guidance in the book.
Amazing thing. After hearing all this, Jacqueline, our audience would like to talk to you, hear from you. And we can literally say that you are such a blessed soul. You have such an amazing vision to bring the energy of heaven on the earth through your art. And what a beautiful healing impact it can create on the viewers when they look at the creation or the art that you have made. There are so many beautiful comments coming already in our chat box. So without any further ado, I request you to enlighten us.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. I adore Prafulla and Jitu. We have a long road together of experiences. And just briefly, I patented the invisible techniques in 1986, when nobody even talked about energy invisibility was prohibited in a way. My soul kept on moving me through tests, struggles. I knew in my life that I had a path to help humanity. That has been my soul's aim and existence. And I kept searching for years, looking for things that were not created, where the soul vibration and divine vibration could appear in the invisible, where it is. We live life from the invisible realm, not from the visible. We create in the invisible our lives, and we manifest in the visible our lives. We are aware, but not aware that every thought, every emotion are in the invisible realms. And whenever we have them, we have to be very careful, because then we will manifest what we're thinking and what we're feeling. The universe does not see the result end. The universe and God get our emotions and our thoughts. And so many times we fall because we are not aware that we are co-creators. We blame others. When there is war, it's because within human beings there is inner war. All is manifested from within us. Nothing comes from the outside. We cannot blame others. One of the positions I have taken in the new world of what's happening is hold firmly to my light and be a light source for humanity, not falling for what I hear for war, because if I accept war, I am part of war.
Very true, very true.
That is not the world that I want to be part of. The world I want to be part of is a world of unity, love, spirituality, and awakening the divine within us.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is such a beautiful message you have given in current time, and such a timely information. If you allow me to little bit elaborate on what you have said for our audience. Yes. So what Jacqueline is saying is very, very true, in the sense that in the modern world, consciousness and energy and all those concepts in 80s, when she started her artwork, was not easily acceptable. During this time, if somebody like Jacqueline is coming with the full-fledged work for humanity to express the inner love, inner divinity in the form of art, then it takes a lot of courage. And that courage does not come from an ordinary person. That courage comes from the divine energy. That courage comes from the higher forces. And that is what she's trying to explain us, that many times we are living our life in the visible world, in the empirical world, where you can verify, you can touch, you can listen, and you can smell. But there is a greater higher divine energy world, which is beyond fifth dimension. And that world understand the language of our emotions. In order for us to connect with their higher energy, we have to elevate the frequency of our emotions. If we keep on living in this survival mode, I am right and you are wrong, I am better and you are bad, then that energy is lowered. Then our emotions will be full of anger, jealousy, hatred, and lower frequency vibrations. You do not want to get stuck into that survival energy. This energy is at the Nabi chakra and below. Most of the people in the today's world are like that. What Jacqueline is saying and trying to bring our attention to is, if we can elevate our energy with the positive vibrations of love, selfless love, divine love, of connecting with the higher energy, then what will happen is our higher chakras from heart chakra and above will be activated, and we'll be able to connect to those divine energies so easily, and we'll be able to get the blessings of those divine souls and divine energy. She has been lucky, as Jituji has mentioned, not just to connect with these invisible angels and higher sources, but also living guru like Shiv Kripanand Swami in this time, in such a short period of her visit to India, meeting with Jituji and Prafullaji and Swamiji. She was lucky to receive the gift from Swamiji. All this shows that her work is out of her soul, as Swamiji also mentioned. Another thing, Swamiji also says again and again, आपको problem है, यानी आप में problem है. That means if you are having problem in your outer world, it is because you have problem in your inner world. Exactly, this is the message from Jacqueline. If you want to heal yourself, if you want to elevate your vibrations frequency, then you have to try to first figure out, sort out your emotions and your thoughts, because this is the root. This is what creates the seeds in your personality, in your aura, that creates the energy of positive aura and light aura. Beautiful, beautiful message. Jacqueline, thank you very much. And I want you to tell more about your painting. If you can tell us a little bit about what we have prepared here. And at the end, we are going to show our audience the video that you have given us permission to share with our audience, okay?
With pleasure, yes. Well, I started very young. I have been an artist for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people ask me, how did you figure out you were gonna be an artist? I never did. Why? Because when you are, you are. And when you try to be, you lose the being. By trying to be, we are losing the path that our souls came to have a journey in. And I won a national Prismacolor contest when I was 12.
Wow.
I wanted to be a vet and go to Africa to save orangutans and elephants.
Wow.
I love animals and I love life.
Yes.
I wanted to be of help, but I never knew that God had other plans for me.
Yes.
And I kept on going. I tried to enter art schools, but every time I tried, the door closed. If I would have gone to art schools, which I never did, I would have enclosed my mind and my talent. A talent is a God-given gift that you need to dedicate to help humanity and share with people, like Chitu said, to help them heal. There's a lot of healing that our world needs nowadays.
Yes, that's very, very true. In fact, it is because of the, yes, just a second, okay? There is a noise coming from the back. It is because of the giving soul like yours and Jituji and all of us who are, okay, not a problem, not a problem. It is because the energy is so attractive, even the people whom you know want to join these programs. Yes, so I believe that healing starts because somebody listen to that inner voice that is coming from the higher level and they want to act upon it. Many times, as you said, a 12-year-old girl who want to become a vet and go in Africa and help the animals could not fulfill her dream because that is just a dream that came from the intellectual brain. Okay, what is needed for your life's purpose is guided by the higher powers, is guided by your soul. And that is the reason why when a man or woman try or attempt to succeed in one field, they fail because God has different plan for you. We are going with the free will, but the free will is not going to be fulfilled all the time when your soul is elevated enough, pure enough, and capable enough to give to the greater audience of the world, greater humanity. Then those doors will close and it will push you in the direction where you are supposed to be. At the later stage of your life, when you reach to United Nations, then you would have realized that what a beautiful path God has chosen for you. And this is what the message for each and every one of us. Can you keep on rotating the slides, whoever is presenting, because I want audience to have full experience of Jacqueline's work. This is beautiful work, and I want people to see that how same art can be viewed in different light with different image. And
this is called, if you can let me explain.
Yes, please.
This is called heaven to earth. In the first upper slide, you see a man and a pregnant woman. This painting took me 6 years to finish.
Wow.
And why did it took me so long? Because in the journey of painting it, I lost the level of consciousness that I needed in order to work this vibration.
Wow.
The woman is pregnant with a new humanity, with a rose in her hand, love. You see pieces of the chessboard destroyed, which means that in a future point, because it's very prophetic, civilization will have to collapse in order to rise again into higher vibrations. You cannot construct a new building over an old building.
Absolutely.
We have to destroy false thoughts, false programs, false history, and in order for the real truth to arise, the man is holding the fire of knowledge and the key to life in his other hand. This was finished, started 2009, wow, and finished 2016. Imagine.
Amazing.
Yes.
So this is such a beautiful artwork, and as she mentioned earlier, in our life we are not able to see what is invisible with the naked eye, which is the eye of our body. If you have that divine third eye opened up, then and then only you will be able to experience the energy and will be able to even see if you are lucky enough. As I mentioned in my previous experiences during TIS, I experienced where I am sitting right now, the energy of Archangel Michael. It was the same level of experience that Jacqueline had. This woman in the picture, top left, is the pregnant woman, and the angels want to bring the divine energy of the heaven on the earth through her baby, through her pregnancy. So the man who is holding the energy of intellect and logic and what we call buddhi, or information from the worldly thoughts and worldly information. This is just a limited information. When we talk about worldly subjects, it is Vishaya in Hindi or Sanskrit, meaning that it is a subjective information, not complete information. But when a divine energy come and try to guide us, it is 360 degree. Everything from top to bottom, whatever is needed in any angle will be provided to you. And that is the reason why what we call Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma Tasmai Shri Guru Ve Namah. A guru become creator himself, sustainer himself, and transformer or destroyer. But above that, he become Parabrahma, meaning that he become the God himself by connecting to such level of energy. And this is exactly what Jacqueline's experience has been depicted in this art. And it took her more than 6 years. That shows that she, when she started, was not prepared to receive this much energy. But she literally performed her penance, her tapasya, her sadhana, to be eligible to convey this energy in the artistic form. And that is why Swamiji, when he met her, he said, when such work is given to the world, it is not a human being's works. It is the work from the divine. And one has to be a very pure divine soul to bring in such information, such energy, such love from the angels or God or ascended masters to the world. And we are very lucky to have the presence of such a divine soul, both Jituji, Prafullaji, as well as Jacqueline in this program. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Do you want to say some more things, or we can show them the video now?
Just one sentence I wanted to add.
Yes, please.
We met Swamiji with Jacqueline on, that was, I remember the date, 31st of December 2012. So almost 10 years. This is the 10th year. Before 3 or 4 months, Swamiji was asking the managing trustee here, what about Jitu's American friend who had come to meet me? That means Swamiji, even after 10 years, Swamiji remembered Jacqueline, and then the managing trustee said that she is already, very well connected and has written the prologue also for Chakra Samhita. And in each and every page of Chakra Samhita, there is a flavor of Jacqueline too.
Very beautiful, very beautiful.
Because managing trustee is very closely connected to me, my neighbor also. So he knew the entire journey of 2 years.
Yes.
And Swamiji asked him only.
And I tell you one thing, Jacqueline and Jituji both.
So Jacqueline, great. Swamiji still recollects you.
Yes, and it is only by the grace of Shiv Krupanand Swamiji that today we are on this platform of this is Samarpan program. And in last 3 years, I personally feel myself that I have also been writing my book very similar to this view that Jacqueline you had. It is about cutting and breaking down the dogmas and concept or programming that was given by the society and the world. Because unless and until we will not break down those old dogmas and concepts that are limiting our spiritual progress, we will not be able to allow our inner voice to come out and create something unique and divine like what Jacqueline has created in her art. Then only something that God wants from us will happen through us. And this is just the beginning. In fact, if you look at the introduction video for Soul Satsang, it talks very much on the similar platform. And today, that dream that we started with this program is being fulfilled with the presence of Jacqueline and Jituji in this program, okay? So let us watch that video. It's a beautiful video that tells about Jacqueline's vision and how a human being get trapped into the world and how one can become a pure self.
Just one thing.
Please.
This video is the next project. I am working with some people in order to create a place where people can awaken
Very good.
and come out inspired, which means in spirit.
Yes.
Thank you.
So inspiration comes from two part of the words that she is trying to give us. In, that is from within, and spirit, okay, by the influence of inner soul through the spirit from the higher level. Let's see what the video has to say. This is her future project, and this is really going to inspire all of you because she is taking help of many other souls like us to make this dream project becoming a reality of heaven on earth. Let's see that.
Welcome. I'll wear a mask for you. I smile so you would think all is perfect in my life. I covered myself. I feel protected by the mask. Deep within me, I have pain. I feel lonely. I need love. Feeling lonely? Go deep within you, and you will find me. I am your joy.
What a beautiful inspiration, Jacqueline. And our audience would like to hear from you, because one thing I noticed at the beginning of this video is most of us, everyone, every human being is seeking happiness, is seeking joy, is seeking to find out who am I. And it is not coming out because we are wearing the mask of ego. And you depicted it so beautifully with your artistic talent that unless and until we cannot remove our mask, we will not be able to find that. And once you remove our mask, when you go through these different paintings that you express in your art, that is what our inner beauty is. I believe that you have expressed your soul's inner beauty in the form of different aspect of life. And this is beautiful. This is really inspiring. I literally feel that the spiritual heaven landed on the earth through your art. And today, your art is reaching to thousands and thousands of people that will be viewed even in the future by millions probably. So please tell us the final comment on your vision and on your art, and also to your friendship to Jituji and Prafullaji, and wish them good luck for the success of their book.
With pleasure, yes. I believe that when we dare to be who we are, when we cross the blockage of the ego, when we realize that we live in the matrix, the Maya, the illusion world,
Yes.
we can then be reborn as the divine beings that we truly are. And this is the top mission of my soul. I have been waiting for this time to happen. And I never figured that so much chaos would be in the world when I would be ready with my life's mission to be part of in a higher dimension, to help wake up people to the divinity of who they are as we become brothers and sisters, droplets of the same ocean. I am very proud of Jitu. I've seen his transition from hardly working in a material world to finally expressing himself from his soul. And his book portrays this work, not only his knowledge, but his life's journey.
Beautiful. Yes. That's very, very true. That's very, very true. And first of all, on behalf of Jituji, Prafullaji, as well as our Samarpan family, and this is Samarpan team, I want to thank you from the bottom of our heart that even though you were scheduled for tomorrow and you did not decide to cancel your appearance completely, and you gave us permission to show your video, as well as you showed up today in advance. It is like you cannot decide when God will come to you. You have to be ready. Anytime God will come, and you have to accept that love. Your presence today to start the journey of Jituji and Prafullaji's interview is itself a divine significance and message from Guru energy and divine blessings, that when God wants to come, don't go that I have to take shower, I have to put makeup. No, you appear to God as you are. You don't have to wait for the auspicious moment or this or that. Your presence, even though you have challenges, we were wondering if you will be able to talk with us or not, because Jituji was telling me that you talk very less now because of your challenge, health challenge. And today what you expressed is very, very valuable, not just to our Samarpan family, our soul family, but for the entire humanity, because your work is not limited to one group of people. Your work is for the entire humanity. And as you mentioned, today we are going through very challenging time, standing at the door of Third World War. When Russia and Ukraine are fighting, there are so many other countries of NATO, Europe, and Western world are also concerned about the safety and economics of the world. Your message can make people realize, no, there is something bigger and better, higher for the humanity. And this is what our ancestors have given us. We have to go inside, we have to understand and listen to our inner voice. And that is exactly what I am also working on in my book, that humanity can only be awakened through inner voice, not by outer voice. You want to say something?
Yes, if this can help people that are going through health or other challenges. When I had the voice challenge a few years ago before a surgery, my astrologer and friend Lourdes said to me, you need to write a book. And I said, I am not a writer. She said to me, like it happened with Chitu, yes, you are. I sat down in meditation and I told God, okay, God, maybe I cannot talk, but I can listen to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is the powerful thing. And this is what I meant, that by the end of 2018, the humanity and the energy on the earth has been rising continuously. And this was the time, the galactic door just recently closed on February 22nd, 2022. That was open for awakening the humanity and go in the higher plane. What Jacqueline was saying, we are living in the three-dimensional world. Okay, we are living in the physical world, material world of illusion or Maya, what we call Jagat Mithya Brahma Satya. This is what our Vedic wisdom tells us. So we are supposed to get out of that illusionary world and identify what is the delusion and what is the reality. You can understand reality only when your third eye is open, only when you are not thinking and listening by looking with two eyes of the body, but listening with the ears of your soul and seeing with the third eye. Then you will be able to understand what the invisible part, as you see on the picture here. You see the bottom left picture, only in the UV light you will be able to see this. This is the presence of divine energy around us. You have to have that third eye open to see that. Otherwise, you will keep on seeing only what you have on the right side. Okay, and this is where the illusion part plays big role. This is what is represented by Jacqueline's work. And thank you very much once again. I wish you all the best and success. And hopefully, after seeing this program, people will go visit your website as well as try to buy your books. This is my prayer to our audience.
Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Prafulla, I love you.
Bye, Jacqueline. Bye. We'll be talking
Thanks.
later. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
Such
nice
a
to see you
beautiful,
for so long. Yeah.
yes. Such a beautiful thing to start with. And thank you very much, Jitubai, for introducing us with Jacqueline, the way you have introduced her to Swamiji. And we learned so many things from such divine souls. And this is why we are a global family, as we say again and again. Samarpan is a global family of souls. It is not the family of few sadhaks in India or in USA or any part of the world. It is our soul family. Let's start with our original concept of this is Samarpan, where we try to go from childhood to the present time of our guests and learn from their life's journey what we can learn from their history, from their spiritual journey. So, Jituji and Prafullaji, this question is for both of you. Please tell us something about your childhood. particularly your yoga and spiritual journey before coming to before coming to Samarpan meditation?
Ladies first, Prafulla, you better say. Because she's a different kind of experiences in the childhood. So I'm
Yeah.
giving her the chance
Okay.
to, yeah.
Till 12 years of age, I was in Uganda.
Uh-huh.
My childhood was very beautiful because I was surrounded by good nature, natural scenes and all. In childhood, I had an opportunity. I'm fortunate to feel both the energies because we were staying at Arua, which was the native place of Idi Amin.
Wow.
Idi Amin used to visit Arua on and off, and we as students had to attend his speech. So we were brought to the ground, and I could see him very closely. And after I met Swamiji, it was very easy for me to distinguish both the energies of love and of cruelty and hatredness. So
Wow.
in my childhood, actually, there was nothing much of rituals and all. My parents believed in humanity, and nothing was imposed on me. And it was a very beautiful type of growth where I was allowed to do whatever I want to, and my freedom was very much respected. And actually, I was not at all in rituals, but two very profound experiences I had in my childhood, which I couldn't understand at that time. But later on, I got the clarifications. So one thing was that when I was 15, 16 years old, something happened to me, and I had a question from within. That question was, who am I? And that was not a nice feeling. I got very much frustrated, and then I will go before the mirror and I tried to pacify myself that, see, this is I am Prafulla, this name has been given to me. But I was not satisfied by that answer. And till I met Swamiji, I had 4 such incidences, and that was not a good feeling. And the other thing was that during those childhood days, a voice came from within that something great is going to happen in my life. Something great is going to happen in my life. That cassette was played continuously till I met Swamiji at Takteshwar temple.
Wow.
After which I am at peace with myself and that voice has gone. So these were the 2 major things. Another thing was that before I came to Swamiji, I didn't lit a lamp, that means diya, which we put before God, because I was not having faith in God. My inner urge was that I wanted to reach to a human being who has been transformed to God. So that was my search for a guru. And when I came into my high school, one of our relatives gave me a book. That book was written by Osho, and the title was The Revolution.
Wow.
That book was on Kabirji. And that was really revolution in my life, because after that, I got connected to Osho. I got connected.
What was your age? What was your age at that time?
At that time, I was 16 years old.
Amazing.
16 or I was in high school.
Yes.
In high school.
Good. It is just
So,
to connect our audience with your life.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was in high school. So at that time I got that book. So this is about my spiritual experiences in childhood.
Can I elaborate a little bit on that for our audience?
Yeah.
So what I see in your experience is we call heaven and hell are on the earth. We can create heaven or hell depending on who we are. As our Hindu philosophy teaches us that human beings come with different guna or qualities when we are born. In our Kundalini, it is written that this person has more Devi qualities, or this person has more godly qualities, and this person has more devilish or the negative qualities. So we have three categories of human being: Deva, Danav, which is the lowest, and the human, which is the in the center. What Swamiji says, we all human being are 50-50. We are we came on the earth as a child in the 50% positive qualities and 50% negative qualities. How we go towards our life, that is what determines if we are going towards spirituality, what we were talking with Jacqueline, raising our energy and vibrational frequency to go on the higher divine level, which is Devi Tattva. And if you are getting stuck into the survival and material world and money and the cunning way of mental manipulation of the people around us, then we are going down, down, down to the depression and guilt and all those kind of anger and all those kind of things. So you were lucky enough to see the devil and God both in your life. Devil was Idi Amin and God was Sri Shivakupanand Swami, and you being in human form decided as a soul that this is what I wanted to be. And that book of Rajneeshji was, I would say, that through the Vani of Kabir and through the explanation of Osho, it enlightened you at the right age. Most of my spiritual journey started also at the age of 15-16, when I started listening to this kind of discourses of Osho and J. Krishnamurti and things like spiritual things that my father used to bring me to different gurus' discourses, Jain Munis and stuff. I believe that this is perfect age for human being in the teenage time. When they start getting exposed to spiritual information, then they certainly end up reaching to their soul's purpose, life's purpose, where they want to be, because they started getting the roots into it. So very beautiful story. Thank you. Abhi Jitu ji ke saath jate hain. Tell us, Jitu ji, about little bit of your topic.
I was not into discourses, etc., or even reading, but from the age of 15, I was with yoga postures, etc. I started doing yoga postures, yogasan from the age of 15.
Wow.
I think you had taken the information from me. I mean, maybe in the next slide it's there.
Yeah, we can put it this summary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that. So I started from the age of 15. So at that time, in 1975, absolutely nobody was, almost nobody was talking about yoga, but somehow I started that. It continued, not continuously, but interrupted, and then once again started, etc., etc. I got the best masters in yoga.
Wow.
During 1990, I was trained by one Kabirji, who could do all most difficult yoga postures even on water.
Wow.
He was able to pull a vehicle, pull a jeep or car with the help of his hairs, just a knot tied with that, just a thread tied with that, and he was pulling it. He was that kind of person. So I got trained there. Then Adhyatma Nanji, who recently passed away, he was also a great yoga teacher. He was considered very saintly. At the age of 75, he just passed away. So
I want to tell you something, that Adhyatma Nanji was my yoga teacher also. I also learned yoga from him at the age of 13. And at that time, I was also a school student. So we have such a common guru energy inspiring
Yeah.
and teaching us together from very young age. Amazing.
And then came Ajit ji, who is from Bihar, a very famous ashram, Munger ashram. Ajit ji then left for some foreign country. And then I think he's once again in some ashram. So he was also a great guru. So I got the best gurus in every place. Patwariji is very well known. Patwariji for 3 SRB techniques. And a lot of people are, I mean, millions of people are doing 3 SRB.
Yes.
Fortunately, when he was alive, I could connect with him too. Thrice, I think, I met him thrice. So got all the gurus every time. Then came 1998, and very accidentally, till that time I was not into energy work. I was doing yoga postures, etc., for physical things, etc. But somebody accidentally managed to talk to me about Reiki, and because of one particular Ramsey-Hunt syndrome, that was the disease that I caught. It was a viral infection of the herpes zoster, which turned into damage of my 7th nerve.
Wow.
And medically, it was not possible. The top doctors from London, top doctors from Bombay, they said you will never recover. And that point of time, my boss mentioned to me about Reiki. I said, "What's Reiki?" He said, "The energy, we can catch the energy that way." I thought that what foolish is this thing? My understanding at that moment said, "Oh, there can't be any such thing, a kind of thing." But out of curiosity, and there was no way out. Medically, it was already all the
Avenues were closed.
in science, they were already explored.
Right.
So I went to learn Reiki. So first I understood the vibrations from there. During the Reiki 2 days, nothing happened. But then it started, and it started in a very big way. So I went to 2nd degree, 3rd degree, Grandmaster, and all those things. And I went very deep into that. Came around the Kundalini, topmost books from the world automatically came to me. I started sparing almost 5 to 6 hours on meditation, doing many kind of meditation and so many things. So that was the start of energy work. Microcosmic orbit is a very powerful Tao exercise where you move the energy from the navel to the leg and then back. It's a full circle. So when I did for the first time, it didn't happen. Second time when I did it, it lasted for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
So, and by the time when I came down, my face was white, my eyes were white. Prafulla asked me, "What's this?" I said, "The energy ball completely moved." So that was the beginning. It went on. Then there was a Kundalini Guru. Parasbhai told in the last month, Vibhakar Bhai Pandya.
Yeah, we have this slide for him if you want to show. Dr. Vibhakar.
He became my guru for Kundalini, and I was fortunate. Then his very special room, like our Swamiji, he also had on the 3rd floor of his house. He had a special room where nobody was allowed to go. But I was fortunate that he called me in that room and did the attunement, Shaktipat.
Wow.
So that started. So with those kind of things, art of living I did. So various things I did and ultimately reached to this part.
Amazing.
And those things are known to everybody.
Ultimately settled in Samarpan.
Rather settled in with Swamiji. So
this is what Swamiji says.
This is a story in short about this.
Beautiful, beautiful. This is what Swamiji says, that Kundalini Jagruti and Samarpan Dhyan will be probably your last avenue if you are really looking for the spiritual progress.
Secondly, because of that understanding of vibrations, I could settle down here. And Swamiji also told me that you are a healer, so you know that.
Yes.
Often we have talked about that. So because that time the word was being used, Kundalini Jagruti Shibir, that means Kundalini awakening.
Yes.
Because I was already into Kundalini, I reached there.
You were able to appreciate that.
Yeah, so from all initial people, they came up because after all there were word to word, mouth to mouth publicity was being done. But initially all the people who understood vibrations. So the healers were more there initially.
So हम स्वामी जी तक पहुंचने के लिए तैयार हो रहे हैं.
Yes.
Exactly. And I believe that this is the story of most of the people who are really evolving in their spiritual journey, no matter where they come from and where they are going. But somewhere, somehow, we are driven to or pushed into that particular situation to receive the information on our spiritual path, to be prepared for the next level. Because after seeing and talking to so many people, I learned one thing, that many people carry opening balance when they start this life of their spiritual earning or wealth, what we call
Almost
karma.
all of us.
Yeah.
Almost all of us. Then and then we have reached here.
Because otherwise we cannot reach. And Swamiji mentioned that ye ek janma mein nahi ho sakta. Kundalini Jagruti and evolving on the level of moksha is not possible for anybody to achieve in one lifetime, because we must have made so many mistakes and we must have learned so many things. Then only we came over here. Now I have a question, Jituji, for you. If we can go to the summary part, slide number 2. Next. Yeah. You said that Chinese technique of Tao was inviting spiritual guides. Many of our audience may not understand this. What does it mean? If you can tell a little bit about it.
Actually, one book came in my hand, The Essential Reiki. And that mentioned about the author. She had traveled to all over the world, and particularly in Tibet, etc., Tibet, China, India, everywhere. She had written about calling spiritual guides. We all have spiritual guides.
Right.
Whether knowingly or unknowingly, they are helping us. They are telling us. So because it was a curiosity, I first tried to call my spiritual guides, the way she had explained. So first time nothing happened. But second time, I all of a sudden got the fragrance. Then there are certain signs of that. You get a particular, you come across a particular number, you come across a particular feather.
Yes.
All those things, white feather. So those things started. And then various, in vision also, various masters and my father, when I was 17, my father has passed away. So when this all started, my father, first of all, he was coming down from the heaven. So I believe that my father was a spiritual guide.
Yes.
And he was coming. So I have seen him so many times initially.
Right.
So we all have spiritual guides and we can call. So I was doing
Yes.
it. Before coming to this, my meditation started like that I was calling all the spiritual, all the positive energy on the world. I've talked with Swamiji also about this. But then initially he said, better you confine in the new way. After 2000, you know some part, we'll be coming to that afterwards.
Right,
But
right.
it happened.
Right. So this is beautiful. And I purposefully asked this question for our audience to understand this aspect, because it is difficult when we tell somebody that this can happen. And when we hear from somebody like you who have gone on such a long spiritual journey, reaching up to the level where you are today, it will be easy for us to digest from your experience. So that's why I asked this question. My personal experience, I want to tell you that I have experienced the ancestral energy of my own ancestors and ancestral energy of my friends who were guiding me to support my friends, telling them that this is time for you to start stepping into the spiritual journey or looking in a different aspect rather than the material aspect of the world. And also, I have experienced Archangel Michael's energy with this similar type of inspiration. That inner voice was coming, and as Swamiji says, and you also said the same thing, you experience the vibration that comes with the different frequency. You literally feel this is not Swamiji's energy, because you live with Swamiji's energy all the time through regular meditation. You get different type of fragrance, you get different type of energy, and this is where you understand or recognize that energy. And this is very beautiful experience that many people can have. Jitubai, you want to say something about it?
Yeah, I just wanted to share a funny incident rather.
Go ahead.
When the microcosmic orbit started, so at that time, Prafulla was still not doing it. This is prior to 2001. She was reading a lot. In her words, I'm saying, she said that I'm theoretically enlightened. She was saying like that. And I was against reading all those things in those days. But I was into practicals, and somehow practices drew me, technically. So I started doing microcosmic orbits. So I had to lie down and do that. Then all of a sudden, the body got lifted from the middle. That means the soles of the feet will remain there. Automatically, the leg will bend from there, and it will be something like, and it will form an arc without support of hands. Without the support of hands.
Yes.
I was telling her that this is happening to me, and she was thinking that something has gone wrong. I may need to be taken to a psychiatrist probably. She was thinking like that. Then, but fortunately, one thing she had to notice: we had a 2-floored house, so every time, just after taking dinner, right from the morning, whatever time I got initially, because something new, a new world had opened. I was doing that. So once she came to the bed in which I was doing this meditation, afterwards she slept there. And she started feeling that the bed was shaking.
Whoa.
With the vibrations. So she thought, no, there is something. And then in the journey, mantra also came in between. So once I had a fever, I tried a mantra and I got normal. Then she believed there is something. Otherwise, she was believing that something, I'm losing my balances.
So what was that
I thought
mantra?
like that.
Is it mantra of the Samarpan meditation or something else?
No, different.
Okay,
It was for bringing fever down.
Right. I have a question for Prafulla ji.
He was experimenting. He was experimenting to bring the fever down through mantra.
Okay.
Instead of taking medicine.
Right. And it worked for him apparently, as he said.
It immediately worked. It immediately worked.
Prafulla ji, I have a question for you. As a wife, did you get nervous or felt that some bad spirits are disturbing my husband or something?
Not actually. But what bothered me was that he was devoting much time to this.
Yes.
So that bothered me.
वो एक नशा होता है, because when you are getting into some spiritual things in the force of inner voice, then you will not listen to anybody. You will literally going on your own path, like Swamiji said. So
I didn't interfere, but I was just concerned. I was just making sure that things are okay.
No, that is right. And I'm asking this because this is the kind of question that many wives get in their mind when their husbands start going on this kind of unique journey that is not commonly logical.
Actually, because I myself was very spiritual, I was happy. But थोड़ा ऐसा मतलब confirm करती थी कि
it is good, and it is the way life is. Every husband and wife, they are fuel to each other. Like, I will not progress without my wife's support, and people like sometimes the wife is more leading than the husband is supporting more, like that. It is okay, but it is good for our audience to know also that all kind of experiences can happen, and you literally have to be very open-minded to enjoy and to reach to some level. You have to make some compromises, you have to make some sacrifices, then only you can do that. You cannot just overnight become a Reiki master or guru or swami suddenly. Okay, so let's
actually what I have experienced is that जैसे जैसे हम प्रोग्रेस करते हैं स्पिरिचुअलिटी में, the arrangement is made by God only. We get that kind of atmosphere, support, everything.
उस तरह के लोग आपको मिलते जाएंगे. You start meeting those kind of people who are needed in your life for next level of practice. Like you have seen in journey of Jitubhai, one after another different gurus kept coming and giving back what he needed in this life. Same thing in Swamiji's journey. Each guru was sending him to next level of guru. कि चलो अभी तुम्हारा मेरे साथ जो था हो गया, अभी आगे निकलो. That is the way.
At one point of time after joining Samarpan, Jitu was having such experiences that we both were confused. And at that time, we happened to meet Swamiji. So
Very nice.
Swamiji is all for experiences. Swamiji never asked us to read a book. So at that time, instead of discussing anything, we were just before Swamiji, both were confused, and Swamiji just asked Jitu to refer to a particular book. No, in that book, we got all our answers.
Very good, very good. So that experience is coming next. But before that, we want to see this slide of your marriage picture and things that was unique. So after childhood, you got married, and tell us a little bit about this banker couple, how they came close to each other.
Actually, that was a bank's test. And our numbers came on the same bench. And the examination started 1.5 hours later than the scheduled time. So we had to do something. So in 1.5 hours, at the age of 25, we went on talking. That was the introduction. Then I was transferred to Ahmedabad. After 6 months, he got transferred to Ahmedabad.
Wow.
Somehow this was destined probably.
Yeah.
It was a very big branch of the bank, and the chief manager, the moment she went inside, she was also known to that chief manager because that chief manager had worked at Pobandar. And I was transferred to Ahmedabad because of that chief manager. He was highly impressed during the interview, and that's why he brought me to that branch. Otherwise, Ahmedabad was a difficult center to get.
Yes.
So the moment we went inside, the chief manager started talking about me. That there's one Mr. Patwari here, and you love to talk to him, etc., etc. She said, I know. So then we were together. Then we went for a trekking, as you can see. It was Kulu Manali trek, etc.
Nice.
That was prior to marriage. Kulu Manali trek. The right side, the downside. That was prior to marriage. So we became good friends. And then, as usual, marriage.
स्वामी जी की कृपा से चलो बहुत अच्छा है। कहते हैं कि जोड़ियां स्वर्ग में बनती है और आपके केस में तो जोड़ियां स्टेट बैंक में बनती है।
बहुत बनती है, स्टेट बैंक में बहुत बनती है।
So this is beautiful, and I want people to notice that if you are meant to be with somebody who is going to be your spiritual colleague or co-creator, then it will happen by the grace of God, and it keeps on happening after another incidents. And you have to believe in these things. Many times people chase the person they love, or they chase people for the beauty or for the wealth. Here it is the divinely guided couple that we are seeing, like Dr. Parasbat and Chaksuji. It also happened in their story also, that it was meant to be. And this is the kind of spiritual journey we are bringing from past life. That is why we are together here. We have to believe that, and we will see more such incidents and more such stories going further in their life. Let's move next. So this is again part of the bank job and success, different activities. Jitubhai, you want to say something?
This is Master of Ceremony. I mean, something has been changed. Master of Ceremony, Vadodara.
Yeah. Oh, Master of Ceremony. No. This is because ceremony and Vadodara got mixed up.
They got mixed up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Master
I had a good
Ceremony.
career.
Yeah.
I mean,
We changed it, but I don't know why it came back again.
No, it's okay. That's
It's
fine.
okay,
It's okay. Fine. I was confused. What is this say?
Yeah, now it's clear.
Now it's clear.
Vadodara,
Master of Ceremony, Vadodara.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. I mean, it was a good career, but ultimately, I could have gone far higher. But after 2003, because I wanted to concentrate more on that, at that time I was chief manager. I remained as chief manager and continued with that. Otherwise, as you can see, a lot of opportunities to address people right from the very beginning, even before Samarpan, it was going on. Yeah.
But I think that talent of yours of public speaking and presentation are inherent. I have noticed in your way of expressing, teaching, and communicating, because it is benefiting not just to Samarpan family, but for the entire humanity. In last 1 month or 1.5 months, I am dealing with you. We learned so many things about how to present, how to approach, how to market. All those things are coming from you. So your experience certainly is a blessing to Samarpan community and humanity at a bigger scale, if you look. And we are thankful for you being here today. And our audience, I want you to keep open mind and learn from Jituji and Prafullaji what they are bringing for us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll move on the next part. So how did you join our meditation, that is Samarpan meditation? And what was a very particular thing that drew your attention towards Samarpan meditation? You said, I believe, Kundalini was the word.
Kundalini was the word at that time. This was not called Samarpan meditation. It was called Kundalini Awakening Workshop. And again, it was destined rather. The workshop was to start from Sunday. Swamiji was to come to Bhavanagar. He was not very well known at that time. It was 2001 time. And we had gone to a doctor's place for her. I was just waiting outside and I saw a banner, Kundalini Awakening Workshop. I just noticed it, didn't pay attention because I was already doing it for 4, 5, 6 hours. And I thought that I was an expert. At that moment, I was believing like that. So I said, okay, take it, something like that. Then on Friday, my friend came to my place and his son told me that there is a very nice Chinese food joint newly opened on a particular place. And Uncle, better you go. So we used to eat outside a lot at that point of time before understanding the vibrations to this much extent. So Saturday we went there. Again, I saw the board. It was the particular place where the workshop was to be conducted, Swaminarayan Temple.
Very
So
nice.
again, it got noticed in the subconscious, but didn't pay much heed. I thought that I was an expert. So didn't give any attention to that, came home. Next day morning, as if somebody was pulling me at 6:15, I woke up and I immediately said, the moment I woke up, I told Prafulla that I want to go to that particular place to attend that workshop. She told me, better don't go now. Just wait here. The time was 6 o'clock. It is already 6:15. I said, no, I want to go. I immediately got ready, very hurriedly, took my shower, etc., took tea. And at 6:45, I was at that place. 6 to 7 was the registration time. So that's why they're given the time of 6. It was to start at 7. And I found some 700 people. So generally in Kundalini events in those days, some 20-25 people used to come. So I was surprised, 700 people, there must be 2, 3, 4 programs. But then the overwhelm for that. So I went to the place and the person told me that it's occupied. I said, okay then, absolutely no problem. I felt I'm already into that. What would I learn? Fine. But I was just waiting outside. It was early morning and people were coming and I was just enjoying the scene. Somebody came to me. Sir, are you there inside? I'm a known person. I said, no, they say it's full. He took me to that person and fired that fellow that these people are yoga. They were the students of diploma in yoga education. If they are saying no to them, then to whom you would say yes for Kundalini? And so that in exceptional case, I went there.
Yes.
It started at 7 o'clock. It started at 7 o'clock. It's for 10 minutes. Swamiji used to speak very fast in those days.
Yes.
Very fast. So my first impression was, he has memorized something and is speaking. That was the first impression. But after 10 minutes, the flow of vibrations started in such a way. And I was in deep meditation. At 9 o'clock, I came back. And I was just thinking, Prafulla had not come on that day. It was 15th March 2001. She had not come. So I was just thinking that let me tell Prafulla and how to woo Prafulla for the purpose to bring her to the workshop. By the time I went there, she was ready for that. And how she became ready, she will tell. Prafulla,
Wow.
she will tell.
So I want to tell our audience that initially in the early days when Swamiji came from Himachal Pradesh to Mumbai and then to Gujarat, even when he came for the first time to Canada, the workshop used to be called Kundalini Dhyan Yog Shibir. So it was more about the Dhyan Yog based on the Kundalini awakening, as Jituji mentioned. Okay.
It was called, that word also came later. The original word was Kundalini Awakening Workshop. Kundalini Jagruti.
हाँ, तो कुंडलिनी जागृति वही बोल रहा हूँ. कुंडलिनी
Then
जागृति.
came the word, another word came, Kundalini Dhyan Yoga.
हाँ.
And then Samarpan.
Nice. तो प्रफुल्ला जी आप अपनी बात बताइए हमें. आप कैसे पहुंच गई?
पहले मैं एक बात वो बताती हूँ. आपने ये कुंडलिनी और समर्पण की बात की.
हाँ जी.
तो I attended that function. जब स्वामी जी ने इसको समर्पण नाम दिया, तो at that time स्वामी जी ने ऐसा डिक्लेयर किया कि मैं ये मेरा मिशन यंगस्टर्स को समर्पित करता हूँ. I am surrendering this to youth. So now onwards it will be called Samarpan Meditation. It was in one Guru Purnima function. 2003 Guru Purnima function.
2002 में I think 2 में किया था. Because then Samarpan name came.
2002.
Yeah. But Swamiji surrendered this to youth. That's what he announced at the time.
बहुत सुंदर.
So now my joining this Samarpan, actually क्या हुआ? जीतू meditation में गया, और at that time I was not into meditation, and what I was thinking is that this is wastage of time. So मैं ऐसा सोचती थी कि work is worship, और because I was very much connected to Osho, मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि I have reached and nobody can be higher than Osho. So what happened? कि जीतू शिविर में गया, and I was doing my routine course, but I started feeling restless. और मुझे अंदर से आवाज आने लगी कि I should have gone. That started. Or the another thing which helped me reach Swamiji is that I believe that Osho, my Samadhist guru, pushed me to Swamiji. Because at that time only, I started remembering his sentence that once I leave my body, you don't stick to me. I won't allow that. I will push you to a living master. So these two factors, one was my experience of restlessness, and another was this sentence of Osho, which made me attend the Shivir, the Samarpan Meditation Shivir.
Very, very true.
So from the very next day she joined. From 16th March, I joined on 15th March, she joined on 16th.
So basically you became medium for her to come to Samarpan in a way.
Yes.
Yeah. Can say. So one thing that you told us, I found it very profound statement. And this is what Swamiji says, that you are here because some energy, some Guru Shakti has pushed you towards this Kundalini awakening, or through this Samarpan Dhyan, next level of your spiritual journey. And many people get confused that I already have Guru. How can I accept another Guru? And here you have to understand that Guru is Shakti. He is not a person.
That's an element.
Yes.
That's an element.
Yeah. So that is the element or tattva, Guru Tattva. Guru Tattva is the element of light. The light can come from any form of source. Okay. It could be from Osho, it could be from Ramana Maharshi, it could be from Shirdi Sai Baba, or anybody. But my personal experience recently from the Lake Shrine in California has made me realize that a Samadhist Guru cannot give you self-realization. This is something that Swamiji has been repeatedly saying us, that a Samadhist guru, an enshrined guru who has passed away, but who lived on the earth and whom we believe that this is the only guru I have in my life. If you go to that guru and ask for the self-realization, it will not happen, unfortunately. You need a living guru or living life force to help you awaken yourself, the Kundalini, as you see on the screen, the life force. And this is my personal experience also. I believe very strongly. And it is so powerful that you realize those things because your soul was prepared. Your soul was ready to receive the next level of awakening. And this is what I want our audience also to pay attention to these things. Okay. Here we are talking based on experience, not just bookish knowledge or reading or hearing from somebody and then just giving lectures. No, here totally based on experiences that we are talking. Thank you. We can go on the next. So now that you have attended the Shibir, you started attending the Shibir. Did you get chance to see Swamiji personally, and when was that first time?
On the 5th day of Shibir.
Yeah.
On the very 5th day of Shibir, it happened like that, in those days also, we were not able to meet Swamiji. Box was being kept. If you had a question, then you had to put the letter in the box, and next day Swamiji was replying. So I had placed a question. I'd written about me that I'm doing this meditation and Reiki Grandmaster and all those things, big things I had written. And I'd written that I was getting electric currents everywhere.
It was a very lengthy letter.
Yeah, it was a lengthy
Well,
letter.
if it is coming from Jitubai and short, then it is not a letter.
So I was getting electric currents everywhere. Even from wood, I was getting electric currents. Even from plants, I was getting. And ultimately, sometimes, one of my friends, she could see that we are coming from a car. I got down and met my friend. I just petted him, and a big spark was there.
Wow.
So such things were happening, and nobody was replying to that. The only one answer I got was, when I was asked to somebody, some very spiritual person, he said, your energy level is increasing. That's right. So I was said, yeah, good. You are going ahead. So I thought, I wrote that, and I thought Swamiji will also write like that. On the contrary, next day, Swamiji wrote, the reply came, you stop doing Reiki, otherwise you will become a dustbin. I have seen so many dustbins in Bombay. You continue with the meditation, your all problems will be over. Now, my problem was, I never considered it as a problem.
Yes.
I was considering it as a good thing. So
तुमने
I was
सोचा
just
ही नहीं
wondering.
ये ताप है, तुमने रस्सी माना है उसको.
And secondly, I was thinking, on 13th of March, I had written a thesis on Reiki. I had beautiful experiences. So I had written a thesis on 13th March, 15th March, Swamiji came. So a lot of applause was there for the thesis. And on 15th or say 17th, he said, you stop it. Now it was a dilemma, whether to believe my experiences or whether to believe what he said. And there was no chance to talk to him. So I was thinking on that line. One day, we were in the same premises, working in the head office of the bank. So it was a very big premises. Some 500 people were working. She was in another department. We left the bank at scheduled time. And then we never used to go to any temple in those days. Temple was absolutely out of question. If we used to go to a temple, that was just to see the architecture, nothing else.
Right.
In those days. And I said, I was pulled to Takhteshwar temple. So I thought what to tell at this point of time at 7 p.m. She has to go home, she has to cook yet. And if I'll say that if I'm taking you a temple, how would she agree? But somehow I made out certain tricks. Let's buy this medicine and something like that. And ultimately we went near Takhteshwar. Then I said, Takhteshwar is very near. Shall we go there?
Very nice.
And she agreed. And when we went there, it's on a hill. Huh?
Yes,
So,
we can see in the photos here.
Yeah, you can see the photo. So when then on that stair, on that On right side, Swamiji was sitting. And she said, this is the same Swamiji which we are seeing in the morning, because we're seeing from the distance now. So we're not knowing. The screens were not being put in those days.
Right.
I said, I always close my eyes the moment I go there. I don't know whether he's the same person or not. So let us not with the same, this color of saffron color doesn't mean that the same Swamiji.
Right.
So we went to the left. First took a round. I said, we can't go that way. We went there and then saw Parasbhai and the photographer whom I knew.
Right.
So now it was confirmed that it was Swamiji.
Yes.
Swamiji, Rambai and Parasbhai. They three were there. Then we went there. And that was the first meeting. So during the Shiva itself.
Very beautiful. I think that was the first meeting of Parasji also with Swamiji.
Yeah. We were together on that day.
It is very important for all our audience.
And again a funny part. Rambai was sitting down. Swamiji was sitting on that upper level. Parasbhai was sitting down. She also went she sat down. But I was in so I sat just near to Swamiji.
Next to Swamiji.
And before that, I had read at so many places that a right big toe of the foot, that gives the maximum energy of a saint. So I simply went there and caught that big toe. And Rambai said, hey, touch nahi karte. By that time I touched that.
Yeah.
And then we sat there. After some time I realized something is wrong. So then I went sit down. Till that time I was sitting there. It was a long meeting, 1.5 hours, I think, 90 minutes at least.
I tell you something, Swamiji also mentioned in his discourses about, what is his name, from the from UK, the guy who was sitting on the same level, but after he started sitting down in front of Swamiji. So the point is, Swamiji says that Guru is at the higher level of spirituality and energy flows from higher to lower level. That is the reason why in Hindu tradition, wherever Guru is, you try to sit more towards the level of his toe, as Jitubai mentioned, or below, because that way the energy that is flowing from Guru's lotus feet comes to you. I want to tell our audience that this temple, Takteswar temple, was one of the things that Swamiji used to see in his dream from very young age of 5. Swamiji has mentioned in his discourse that when he was young, he used to see a Pashupatinath temple, then a tall, fair person who was Shiv Baba, and then he used to see this Takteswar temple. When he went to this Bhavnagar workshop or live Shibir, it was the first time Swamiji saw this, and this is something that completed the prophecy or the dream of Swamiji in his lifetime, because already by that time Swamiji met Shiv Baba and he has visited the Nepal's Pashupatinath temple. So this was the third realization during his lifetime. This is a very divine place, and Takteswar temple is the temple of Lord Shiva, as you see the Shiva Lingam in the photo here also. And this photo of Swamiji is from the early days when during the Shibir, Swamiji used to keep his forehead with the chandan or sandalwood, and then he used to keep the tilak like this with the red kumkum. So these are the days. And when you were talking that every time you were touching the wood or anything, you used to feel like current, electricity. So I
was actually getting a current.
Yes. So
I was actually getting a current,
yeah. I remember a song for you, if you allow me. 440 वोल्ट है, लड़का है या बिजली है. So that is the kind of thing. But Swamiji said something to you that the Reiki or whatever healing aspect that you are doing, you should stop, because Swamiji mentioned these 2 other healers also in Mumbai and also in London in 2000. Do you mind telling us the difference between the Reiki and Samarpan meditation, the Kundalini awakening? what is the major difference? What happens in Reiki? Is it the energy coming from top to bottom and the Kundalini is bottom to top? What is the difference?
Somebody is making you a medium, and that's why in Reiki we catch the energy.
Mhm.
We catch the energy. See, there are similarities and dissimilarities.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and when we start meditation in our way, we keep the fingers separate to get the energy everywhere inside. In Reiki, we catch and then we send also.
Okay.
So we keep the fingers like this.
Right.
There's no gap between the two in Reiki, right?
Huh.
Really, Dr. Mikao Yusei, who is the founder, I mean, who is said to invent Reiki. After all, it's all energy work. He had mentioned certain rules. So based on that, somebody is making you a medium rather. So what Swamiji said, that even for a good thing, become a medium of someone who had some dreams unaccomplished is not good for the medium.
Exactly.
Second part was that healing level comes comparatively earlier. But when you absorb that energy, generally it's a transformation. Suppose I'm giving healing to someone, then I'm bound to get some energy in return.
Yes.
So dissolving that energy fully, major part will be dissolved, but final particles will remain in my body.
System. Mhm.
For certain time, it will not be known to me, but then the time will come that from somebody I may be catching for TB, from somebody for stomach problem, for somebody for headache, for somebody for cancer. So it will be a unique kind of disease, and doctors can't do that. So for that also it is not good. Third one is we are trying to do something good for the others, and that's why Reiki, right? But what happens when we do Reiki or any kind of healing, our aura gets connected with that person. Suppose I am giving healing to someone who is a TB. For an example, he is A and I am B. So A and B's auras are connected. I get something from A in my aura.
Mhm.
And before it is fully dispersed, if I give healing to someone who has simply a headache, it is quite likely that when my B and C's aura will be connected, unknowingly I may pass something to that person. It's something like a
Right.
pen drive, getting
Right.
virus from here and giving to someone else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So all
And
these
again,
things.
in
But
this,
now,
your
Samarpan, now we are coming to meditation. When you
right.
go doing meditation, then a time comes, your body becomes so sensitive that healing takes place automatically. And when you are advancing in this part, you can't escape that thing. When Guruji, Guruji is very sensitive. Same way,
Right.
all saints, in spite of the best Torah, whether Ramakrishna Paramahams or Shirdi Sai Baba or Ramar Maharshi, they all caught some diseases.
Right.
In spite of their original aura being very good. Because one time comes when you can't help it out. It definitely comes and comes. It comes at a
Yeah.
later stage, but it
Because there
comes.
must be some reason for them also to bring the end of their
And
body.
secondly, they are meant for that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
They are meant for that.
So that is a very beautiful explanation. And having said that, I want people to understand this aspect very clearly and take this information as a takeaway from today's session. Because if you are a healer or if you are trying to heal somebody or giving Reiki to somebody, you have to be mentally prepared that you are somewhere somehow using your physical and mental potential and system to heal that person. Okay. And that can create a negative impact on your existence, overall existence, spiritual existence. What Samarpan meditation does is you become who you are naturally as a healing stone, and then your existence itself will start healing others. You are not making any
Exactly.
effort. That is what Swamiji says. समर्पण में आपका कोई रोल ही नहीं है, तो आप करना या कर्ता भाव छोड़ दीजिए. Meaning that you are not a doer, you are not doing anything, you become an instrument or channel naturally. You are not even logically or intentionally thinking that I want to bring my guru's energy or this energy, that energy, and I'm passing down. No, you be who you are. Your pipe is so pure, automatically it is flowing through you. The exact way Swamiji's Guru's energy is flowing through us. Now, having said that, Jitu bhai, many people who are doing meditation in Samarpan also, today I have noticed that they, after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of meditation, are unable to understand what is vibration or what is energy. And since someone experienced like you is here with us today, I would say that if you can give us some practical experience, probably that will be a good gift from you to all of us.
Okay, let's try that.
Yeah.
Okay, this girl, I mean, it's from the book Chakra Sanhita. Just to explain that, so let me first explain it.
Yes.
The lower left. So initially when we'll start, we'll keep the hand this way, right? And then I'll say, move it further, like bring it nearer, etc. So there are three parts of the exercise. In the first part, we all will be doing the same thing that I am doing and I am saying.
Yes.
Whatever I am saying and doing, you need to follow in the first part, right? After that, whatever will happen to me in the second part, I may be speaking something. Whatever is happening to me, I will be speaking. It is not necessary that the same thing will happen to you. So you do only that part in the second part, whatever actually happens to you. Then don't be guided by my words. I am making it clear once again. The first part you have to follow me, right? Second part, I'll be speaking as if you are not here and whatever is happening to me. Suppose I may be speaking that the flow is increasing and my hands are getting separated, but that will be my experience. You feel yours only, right? Similarly, there will be third part also. In third part also, whatever will happen to me, I'll do. But you have to do whatever happens to you actually. Once again, I am telling you, first time you have to follow me. Second and third time, you have to do whatever actually happens to you. Now, it is likely that somebody will feel the energy during all the three parts. Somebody may feel during two parts, or somebody may feel during at least one part. Okay?
Yes.
So
do you mind if I just try to explain our audience with different...
Please.
So let us assume that we are going to dive into the swimming. Okay, we are going to learn swimming of energy. Jituji is the swimming instructor. Before going into the water, he is giving the instructions. So because we are outside, we are going to listen to his instruction completely before jumping into the water. The second part, what he is saying, at that time, he is also swimming and we are also swimming. So we will not be able to follow his instruction. We are supposed to follow our body, hand and leg movement to swim into that experience. And third part is little advance of the same swimming. Keep it like that and try to go beyond your mental or logical brain. Try to experience as a innocent or neutral person. Okay, then you will have more fun, like this child is having this fun.
Okay, then. So we'll keep the hands like this, palms like this. We'll try to separate it slowly, like this girl is slowly separating that. Once again, we will try to bring it nearer. Again, separating slowly. Slowly is important. The word slow is important.
We can keep our eyes closed.
Yeah, you can. This exercise is only bringing our hands nearer and then farther. Right? you will soon start feeling a kind of magnetic force between the palms.
Yes.
Keep it nearer, close the eyes and just move only 2, 3, 4 inches, 2, 3, 4 inches. And you will find that something is moving out from the middle of one palm to another palm. You will find that. We can continue for 1 minute. Right? I'm counting mentally I'm counting 1 minute, 1 to 60. Till that time, you can just bring the hands nearer and farther. Hands nearer and farther. Now magnetic pole is building. The second part starts, and in second part, you have to do whatever happens to you, not whatever I speak. I am speaking loudly whatever is happening to me. Okay? My left palm, everybody's left palm is North Pole. Everybody's right palm is also North Pole. They both have similar kind of energies. And similar kind of energies take them farther. So both palms are separating, going farther and farther. Both the energies from the palms, they are hitting another palm and making it go farther, 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 farther. Energy is increasing. The hands are separating more and more, going farther, very farther, still farther, still farther. Hands are spreading, spreading, spreading. The flow is increasing. Flow is increasing, extremely increasing. From the middle of the palm, same kind of energy from both the palms, same pole. So hands are separating, 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 going farther, 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 very farther, very farther, very farther. Extremely separated, as if someone pulling from both the sides, somebody pulling on the left, somebody pulling from the right. Hands are now separated, completely separated. Suddenly, the right palm is now getting converted into South Pole with a different kind of energy. Left palm is North Pole. So both, one has positive energy, one has negative energy. So both the energies are something like yin and yang, pulling each other. So both the palms are coming nearer. Different kind of energy. They are attracting each other. Both the palms are coming nearer, nearer, still nearer. The attraction is increasing. Both the palms are coming very near, still near, faster, as if both the palms are coming to hug each other. They are coming very near, very near, very near, very near, very near, still near, still near. Both the palms are now colliding, pressing each other. Both the palms are colliding, pressing each other. Energy is on the outer surface of palm 2, moving up on the arms, and both the palms are pressing each other. Different kind of energy, they are attracting to each other. very powerfully connected. Force is increasing, increasing, increasing. Energy is moving up to the shoulders, on the back, on the thighs, spreading in the entire body, forehead. Now it's a circle of energy, and everybody is feeling energy. Very close. Gradually, you can open the eyes very slowly. Come to the normalcy, gradually, very slowly. No jerk, please. No jerk. Come slowly, 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 slowly. Take a few seconds to get normal.
Beautiful experience.
You can write in the chat box. Whoever has felt the energy can write in the chat box, please.
I can tell you about my experience. After you stopped giving instructions and we stepped into the second phase, literally the energy that I was feeling during your instruction kind of left me alone. I was totally on my own, swimming into the energy pool. And then after a couple of seconds, I gained back the balance of my own in terms of energy. And then everything that you were feeling, I was also feeling at that time after. It was beautiful.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. People can give feedback in the chat box so that at least my experience so far is whenever we do this exercise, people do feel the energy, do feel the magnetic pull. This magnetic pull is always around us, but we are engrossed in other things. So many times we are not feeling it.
Yes.
So my humble suggestion at this point of time, that whenever we start meditating, we have to give a command to the subconscious mind that my meditation will be fantastic. I'll be feeling the energy thoroughly. What mistake we are probably doing is we go on repeating, my meditation is not good, I never feel the energy. If that is the message going to the subconscious, then the subconscious will follow that.
Yes.
So we can, it's my humble suggestion. You can put into practice and see the difference. Okay.
It is very, very true. It is very, very true. It is like you have to change the gear from your routine life to the subconscious diving inside you, because the most important thing I want everybody to understand, if you can give me a little Jitendra, that we have two part of the brain. One is awareness or consciousness that we are using most of the time. And when I was very young, in my young age, during the high school, 15, 17, I used to feel that people say human beings use only 5 to 15% of the brain or their total potential. Then I wanted to know, where is that rest of the 90 to 185%, 75 to 90% of the potential? How can I get it from that energy, that knowledge? And I realized after coming only into Samarpan meditation, coming in contact with Swamiji by experience, that remaining 85% or 100 rest of the energy or subconscious knowledge is in your Kundalini Shakti. As Swamiji says, when we were born with Atma, Kundalini and Sharir. That Kundalini Shakti is our subconscious mind. And we want to tap into that to get into the 100% potential of what we can give to the world and what we can get out of our life. That is my personal experience. So this is what Jituji meant, that when you want to go into meditation, we want to open up the door of your Kundalini, open up the door for surrendering ourselves to go inside and hear that voice that Jacqueline was saying, that we have to listen to our inner voice in order to benefit from our existence. And that is beautiful, Jitubai. What a beautiful experience. Some people were not able to open their eyes. Some people felt some warm energy, and some people felt amazing energy throughout different stages, second and third stages also. So thank you for that. Are we ready for a break or something?
No, we can go ahead.
What is next? Yeah, there is one more part before we go to break. If you are ready, we can go. Now, generally we ask people that what are the interaction with different major events or different activity. In your case, it is such a huge journey, long journey from the day one that you met Swamiji till today, because you are connected with Guru Karya directly or indirectly. We had to divide your journey into different time frames along with your life movement, because you have moved with your job also to different places. And wherever you have gone, you have spreaded Samarpan meditation and this art of healing to so many people. So we would start with Bhavnagar part from March 2001 to 2003. Tell us about your journey from Bhavnagar time, when you played key role with Dr. Paras Bhatt and Dr. Sachapara, and what was your contribution in the Bhavnagar when you started Samarpan meditation?
We started 2001 March we started. Then 45 days, 700 people or so, they attended the event. Then this 45 days started. First day there were 250 people. Last day it came down to 150, and now 15 are there still. Those people who joined in 2001, there may be now 12 to 15, they have remained there. And they all have contributed in their own ways. But initially it was not permitted to allow anybody else to meditate.
Right.
It was only the people who had attended the Shivir, they were allowed to meditate. So you can say the contribution was initially in the 2-3 months, the contribution was to meditate regularly.
Yes.
And because already we had done meditation, so people were coming and asking us about various questions for meditation. So I was replying that when 45 days were over, we went for a picnic to a temple rather. And then the Acharya told me, the center head, he told me that Jitubai, you speak to these people about how to do meditation, because you are already into this field for long and these people are new. So that way the Samarpan public talk started. That was the first. I was saying no, but they said no, you have to. They made a committee. I and Paras Bhai, I remember very well, I and Parasji, both said we are not here for any administrative work. So we were the only two who were not ready to go for administrative work. We said this, what is the need for committee? We can go with meditation. We too refused, but ultimately we both had to join on the insistence of that time center head. So small administrative things started. Then after some time, Swamiji came out with that Sumangalaji's particular recording. Om Swami Baba Swam. So, and said that the persons who listen to this for a week, they can join meditation.
Very nice.
So then it started. Okay, I'm going back actually. On 15th March, I joined. Probably it was my destined role to spread. So on 16th March, I went with 6 new people.
Yeah.
During the event, till the first chakra, it was allowed to take new people. So on the second day only, I went with 6 new people. One is sitting near to me.
Prafullaji
Is sitting near to me.
I remembered one thing. Sachapara Sahib gave name of body organs to the disciples. You remember that?
He called me reproductive system. Reproductive system of this meditation. Because when new people started coming, and whoever people, if you ask who brought you, then they were giving my name.
Yes, yes, yes.
I remember Parasji
क्या हो गया भाई, आपकी आवाज तो अंदर से आ जाती है कभी कभी.
Parasji once told me, I remember, he agreed that I'm telling everyone, Sachapraji is telling everyone, but somehow the people who come, they come through you only. I don't know why. He was saying like that even then.
You were always influential even today. And that I want people to notice that how far it can spread. It also comes with very strong desire also. You have that strong desire. That is what I say.
When the role is destined, then automatically cosmos groom you that way.
Absolutely.
We don't know about our past lives, what we have done. It's quite possible that I'm 800 years old, and the people who are 70 years, they may be 600 years old. So you will be finding that I'm more, but maybe something like one person studying in a single class for so many years. Maybe that was.
Yes.
So
आप तो अनुभवी हो.
Maybe, don't know. So people started coming then. Then somehow, see, I just wanted to highlight one thing. Master, I out of my experience of this field, I have understood that Master always knows the disciple well about the past lives too, and what he is going to do in the future. That
future
also,
role.
he has either a clear understanding or a very strong intuition about that. Because I was not a center head, and one meeting was there, Sanjay's phone came. Sanjay was the most close person at that time. Sanjay's phone came that there is a meeting of center heads, and Swamiji has told that you call Jitubai, Sachaparaji, and if Sacha center head comes, then bring him too. Actually, it was a meeting with the center heads. So ideally, he should go. But rather than ultimately it happened that I and Sachaparaji went. I don't recollect exactly whether the center head had come at that point of time or not.
Right.
But that means his sending energy, his grooming for the future events was happening right from the very beginning.
Yes.
That started. Then came Saputara, Pracharak Sibir, the people who wanted to propagate. And some 400 applications had come from Gujarat. 22 were selected. And fortunately, both were there. Mr. Paras was there. Dr. Sachapara was there. One Prakash Pai and one Preeti. We were the 6 persons from Bhavnagar. So for 3 days, we had a retreat with Swamiji at Saputara. And we were handed over the video cassettes. In those days, video cassettes were coming that you now start the video events. So started doing video events then. And it was a hectic task in those days because, it was not like that only on the full moon day we'll be doing it. We were able to do any point of time. 1 minute, one day, 3 days or 4 days. It was like that.
Yes.
And talks were going on throughout the month. We had to keep a diary. But in the morning at 11 o'clock, we have to give a talk somewhere here. At 2 o'clock, we have to give somewhere here. At 5 o'clock, we have to, otherwise we would forget. It was a continuous process. So we went on doing like that. So could do that. And with the grace of Master, definitely went on doing so many video events. The first video event itself, where 700 people were there. We had done a strong rehearsal, even where somebody will keep the shoes. Right from that, we had done the rehearsal.
That was in a theater? Was that in a theater?
That was 2001 December 31st.
No, it was not in a theater. It was in a
temple. No, that theater started from Rajkot.
Okay.
This was Swaminarayan Temple, where the original event was done by Swami.
Where the first Shibir took place.
Yeah, exactly at that place, in the same hall. So it was a rehearsal like, suppose I was going to speak Ganapati Atharvasis, then how much time, how long it will take, how long Sachaparaji will take, how long Parasbai will take, exactly 7:30. We were very punctual about the timing. 7:30 it had start. When I will be taking over at 7:20. After 4 minutes, he will be taking. All that rehearsal was done because it was for the first time, and it went very well. People could not come out from meditation for a very long period. All those things happened. So
Beautiful.
we did that. Then Swamiji had told us at Saputara that you come to, after 2-3 days, he was to go to Ambuchanagar. He had told that you come to Ambuchanagar. So we went to Ambuchanagar, Kodinar. For 3-4 days, we were with him. Then at that time, there was one cabinet, central government minister was there, Dr. Kathiria. And he was HRD minister at Delhi. So somehow the role was to start. My connections somehow got developed there with a. So I told Swamiji that I'm going to talk to him. If you are going to meet him at Bhavnagar, then I may call him from Delhi to Bhavnagar, because he was originally from Gujarat. So Swami said, okay, you go there. Then I told Swamiji that if I go on 6th, then I'll be missing the Aura operation once again that you made us do at Saputara. He said, no, but I'll meet you, no? But then he changed the plan, and instead of 1 day he preponed that so that we could attend that part also. And then we went to meet that minister. It was very initial time, we met him. We were with him he had given 10 minutes, but we were with him for about 1 hour.
Beautiful.
And then we came back to Bhavnagar, could arrange one event for the bankers. Only 2 events were to be done. He said only 2 programs I'll be able to do, because from Ambuchanagar he came to Bhavnagar. So could actively do that. One event for the bank took place. One event for the police, he agreed. So you can see the photos. One is for the police too.
Yes.
Then came 2000 Chaitanya Mahotsav. That was November 2002. So there is an active role in 2002 Chaitanya Mahotsav. And the place where the function was to get arranged, then the staying arrangement, the food arrangement, everything, so many things rather.
And that was where?
That was 2002 November.
No, what was the city? Where was it?
Bhavnagar. We are talking of Bhavnagar right now. We are talking of Bhavnagar only.
Right.
Right. The first posting at Bhavnagar we are talking of. Between 2001 and 3.
Right.
So could actively we do all the role in that Chaitanya Mahotsav. So many things. So that way it started. It was with me everywhere.
Yeah, so same.
The way she is sitting with me here.
Yes, she has been always your great pillar.
So Swamiji used to say, "वो तो दोनों आएंगे तो साथ आएंगे ना." If I was to be called, she was, even as a trustee, we both were being called.
Swamiji ko malum hai.
So Sanjay also he had told. Sanjay said that let's call Jitu bhai to नहीं वो एक नहीं एक चाहिए तो वो आएंगे तो 2 आएंगे ना. It's like that. Something like that. So it maybe it's destined. I don't know how, but it was like that.
Very beautiful.
So it went on. So many events we could do at Bhavnagar, and then in 2003 was transferred to Rajkot.
Yeah. So at this point, I would like to invite a very special guest who was with Jituji and Swamiji, and that person's name is Naimishaji Lalaji. Also, we have Surendra Bhai. If Surendra Bhai is available, first we will take Surendra Bhai because he has to travel or he might be with the guests. So let me know who is available first.
Jai Baba Swami, Naimishaji is here. Surendraji probably may not join. We are
okay. Okay, so let's go with Naimishaji. Naimishaji suggested also about this special talk about Nurse Narayan. So Jai Baba Swami, Naimishaben.
Can you please allow
Naimita Lalaji?
Video is my video is open.
Yeah, we can see you. We can see you. You are
I can see
spotlighted.
you, we can listen to you.
Yeah. So that was a really, I mean, first Swamiji went, as he said, the first Shibir was held in Bhavnagar, in Jhanjharia, Rotary Club of Jhanjharia, is it so?
Yeah, exactly.
Something, yeah. And Sanjay Soni.
Giant group of Nigeria.
Actually, Sanjay Soni was a good friend of Rupam Choksi. And when they all were together all the time. So,
And Hitendra Rana
Rupam,
also, by the way.
yeah, I know, but they both were. Hitendra Rana used to come sometimes, you know,
No.
but they were together.
Yeah, these are my childhood friends, Rupam Choksi.
Yeah, I know. And Diamond Hall also he has done that. And then he wanted to do in Bhavnagar because he was from Bhavnagar. So Bhavnagar he organized the Shibir, as Jitendra Bhai has said, Jitu Bhai has said, and there Swamiji's first time told us that the three vision what he was seeing in his meditation, that one was a Tekerunima temple. Tekerunima ke upar ek mandir tha. So that means ke it was at the small hill. There was a temple which he used to see. He was getting the insight. So then first time when he sat in the, he was sitting in the top of the house of Sanjay Bhai's in-laws. So he saw that in-laws. From there he saw that from the terrace, that temple. And he just called me, oh, I saw that temple, and which I was saying about. And that time I could not went because I was walking. So 7 days was a very nice Shibir took place. And after that, within 2 months, Swamiji said, you have to come again to Bhavnagar. And that time we had a 1 day, there were 3 days program. One was in the near the temple, there was a ground. So first day was Swamiji's talk on that open ground. Second day was Narse Narayan talk was there. And that time it was in a Swami Narayan temple. And that day was amazing. And I know most of the people heard that Narse Narayan discourse. And it was Swamiji has told everything in that. And how you can reach from body level to the higher level. And not only with the words, but his vibration was such a at a very high level. So everybody, half of the people not heard his discourse, but everybody just flew with the vibration.
Yeah, it was a very small 20-minute discourse, but it was fantastic.
Yeah. But it was fantastic. I know Rambai was there, I was there, and we just gave the introduction at that time.
I translated that in Narsan Nara and Jagja Lala. I translated at that time.
Yeah.
I translated
so
both.
That was Jagja Lala was in a.
Naimishaji, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What did Swamiji say about this banker couple and their healers' potential? Like what they were saying? Swamiji was saying to you.
Actually, what happened? In the beginning, most of the that time Reiki, pranic healing, so many different type of healing techniques were very famous in our society. People used to learn this, and so many Reiki master and everything. So always first of all, Swamiji met us like a healer. So he was never heard about healing, and people know about the chakra and how it works. So he said, I don't know what you are doing, but then afterwards we started teaching him. This is how we are doing, Swamiji.
This is our business.
मेरे ऊपर से जा रहा है, because मेरे उसमें तो ये घटित होना है और ये तो तुम लोग कर रहे हो.
That's it.
So इस तरह से our slowly this type of people attracted. Because they were knowing about the Kundalini. So most of the people, they want to know about the Kundalini. And in the beginning, the our Shibir name was Kundalini Jagruti. So people were attracting, and so Swamiji, wherever Swamiji program was there, so some or other healers used to come there. So in Bhavnagar, Jitu Bhai and Prafulla Ben had come, and Swamiji said, "ये देखो तुम्हारे ही
बिरादरी के लोग
बिरादरी के
तुम्हारी
लोग
बिरादरी के लोग
So then, because everybody's question was like that, Swamiji, what you are doing? हम लोग उनको स्वामी जी को बोलते, just teach us what technique you are doing to rise the Kundalini, awaken the Kundalini. स्वामी जी के मैं कुछ भी नहीं करता हूँ, वो तो घटित होता है. तभी से people used to and still I know that the people who was feeling the energy, understanding about the energy, who has a lots of background about all these chakras, and as Jitu Bhai has also written the very nice book. So that book is really good. I also read that book, and very systematically. Actually, it's a handbook of chakras. So as we most of the courses lots of information we are getting about the chakras, and more you know about the chakras, then you start understanding the energy and how the energy works. So in that case, people who were connected with the energy and they were very seeker, they in the beginning joined Swamiji's workshops, and they still after 20 years, I know people are still there, and they have reached to the very, very high spiritual level and spirituality.
Very beautiful,
So
very
I
beautiful.
think Swami ji जैसे अभी recent है उसमें बताया ना कि many people have progressed so well in spirituality. So it is because of Swami ji, and we are so lucky and chosen people. So we all are. So like because of how Jitu Bhai, and yeah, one more thing, Jitu Bhai had come to our house. So in the first Shibir when he attended, I think how he came to Mumbai.
Before that.
No.
He came before that.
No, but in Bhavnagar he is. How he came to know about?
I think
after the
Naimishaji is
Bhavnagar.
talking about the research that Jitu Bhai was making
because
on
when
Shiva
he
Baba.
heard about the Swamiji's guru, then he did lots of research about it. He Takteshwar, Swamiji had told that time, कि my guru was there in Takteshwar, and in my past life.
You are a tall person with a
but in past life.
In Gujarat, from Gujarat.
I know. So you tell me.
You tell me.
So what he said about that in his past life, maybe the guru was there and he met this guru, and in this life also that guru is there. So when he went to Takteshwar, and as Jitu Bhai said, that the energy means he just enter inside, and outside people, they just go into the trance, because he could
become
channel. He connected to that guru energy, and within him, and his aura gets so much expanded. So around the people, the common people were also just set quietly and just be with energy. So that was, and then he was told about the Shiva Baba and all. So that time Jitu Bhai did research, and he found a picture of some ancient, guru who was from Bhavnagar, and whatever Swamiji has told about, he was very tall and very fair looking, having a bra. That time the picture was not,
he was Prabhashankar Patani, the minister of Bhavnagar, and it was believed that we felt that it was his brother. Dada Guru was Prabhashankar Patani's brother.
Yeah.
That was that. So when I
you
went, then she took me to Jayesh Bhai's house. Then please carry on.
And then he brought then Swamiji was in our house, and then he took it to the Jayesh Bhai's house also. And Jayesh Bhai is staying, just Jayesh Pandit is staying next to my next building to my house. and he saw he shown this picture to him, and then I don't know Swamiji exactly said anything about him, but his vision was, his guru was there, and very similar his description and this photograph was there. But surely he has not done, not said anything. But after that, Prabhakarji, when he made the picture of Dada Guru, that time it was a very similar to that what he has shown the photograph. So only Swamiji can say, but
Yes,
but that
yes.
was the
Beautiful,
happened in
beautiful.
that time.
Thank you very much, Naimisha Ben and Bihag Bhai, for adding your comments.
Jitu Bhai was a real, both this couple was a real seeker, you know, until
Yes.
today they have spiritually grown so well.
Yes.
So,
Bihag Bhai, you want to add?
and so you are also the chosen people, person, you know, you are
Yes.
meeting to so many people, and it's really all your team. They are so lucky, and Swamiji is just made you the channel to
Thank
reach
you.
to the many people.
And
So
I
thank you
want to
very
add-
much, Jitendra Bhai.
Yeah. Thank
And
you,
Jitu Bhai.
Naimisha Ben, Bihag Bhai. Bihag Bhai, you want to say two words?
And
Since
one
you are
more thing, Jacqueline.
Yeah, because fortunately, I was in the first Shibir of Bhavnagar. And
Yeah.
yeah, because our factory is near
Ambujanagar,
Kodinar. So I could easily reach there. Last 4 days, I was there in Bhavnagar Shibir, the first
Very
one. And at that time, I remember incidentally that during the just before that, there was a big earthquake in Gujarat, and then people were in Kutch. Nobody, even in the tremors of felt also in Bhavnagar. And what they said, that they are not sleeping in the night with the house locked. They keep house open and sleep.
Yes,
But
yes,
so
yes.
Swamiji had especially said that you do regular meditation. At least that fear of this earthquake or other things. Because what he says, that if you dhyan karte ho, to aapko, you'll never get any accident or any untimely things will happen.
And Kavadiya's daughter also saved. She was there in Kutch.
Kavadiya's daughter was there in Kutch and she was saved.
Yes.
So, and
Such a
then that's
beautiful-
one thing.
She was doing meditation, and she
Secondly, Jacqueline, something we remember that in 2016 there was a World Parliament
spiritual
on spirituality.
Yeah, that was 2012. First World Parliament on spirituality.
First World Parliament was it?
First World Parliament on spirituality, Hyderabad, where you had gone.
That time we attended that.
So we attended that. That time we had met her. And
from Samarpan Meditation.
And I had gone to give a talk on Samarpan Meditation.
So from there she came to my place. That was 2012.
She came to your place.
Yeah, and we also attended his presentation and these photographs and everything, and she explained so many things over there. So we met many spiritual master over there from all over the world, and she was one of them. Then you invited her, and she met Swamiji.
So I can tell.
I think I have some videos and photographs
of her.
there. I will show you afterwards. It is in our hard disk. Just now I saw her, and then we remember all these things.
Yes. So I can tell our audience.
I'm in constant touch, actually.
Yeah.
Good.
It is such a privilege for all of us to have two couples here, the Patwari and the Lalajis, who have been in constant touch with Swamiji and who are becoming like an ambassador of Samarpan meditation to not just in India, but different part of the world. And I consider myself ambassador of Samarpan meditation only for the Americas. But these people are international ambassadors of Samarpan meditation. And I feel very privileged and lucky to introduce both of you to our audience and share your expertise, because how many important things have been taken place in your presence through you by Swamiji. And we always believe, all of us, that we are here today because of Shiv Krupanand Swami. We are here because Samarpan meditation is in our life. We are here because somewhere, somehow, the energy of Guru Shaktis from Himalayas came to society by Swamiji to our life. That's why we are able to share with the world. and this is very, very significant part of humanity that is taking place through this is Samarpan program, and we will remember this because there is much more to come. Thank you very much.
And one more thing I would
everything
like
that
to
happens, it is all his wish, his
Absolutely.
planning, and it is absolutely,
So,
he is engineering
subtle
everything. We are
engineering,
just
subtle
following. We are only the puppets, in his hands.
Yes.
He just
What
makes
we
a
call-
draws
Yeah.
up everything. That's why you see the coincidences, so many
Yes.
coincidences take place.
So
And one more thing I will tell about the Jitu Bhai, that in 2005, that was the really miracle, in Samarpan. He organized the Shibir in Rajkot and in 2005, and it was in the central place of the Rajkot, big ground is there. And there, more than I think 700 or more than 700 people from 7,000, sorry. Isn't it?
60,000. 60,000. It was 60,000.
60,000, sorry. 60,000 people were there. And from all over the world, people were there. At that time, Swamiji had gone to Canada, Swamiji had went to UK. So people also came from UK, Canada and all.
Dr. Shirish Natwani from Canada attended the first live Shibir of Swamiji in Rajkot, by the way.
Yeah, first
He's
time.
our current
And
trustee.
Honey Kalaria was there. And she also she has also given so many
Honey, Eva,
interviews.
Dimitra. Honey, Eva, Dimitra.
Eva,
the flutist.
Well, yeah.
This is
so
amazing, Anubhuti.
that was
It's all
amazing.
because of
And energy was
Jitu Bhai.
so good. Yeah, Jitu Bhai.
Jitu Bhai.
And after the 2006, there was a first time Guru Purnima in Rajkot, in one of the school near the Rajkot, and that time the first time very big dome was made for 3 days program. And I remember Prafulla and Jitu Bhai had worked so hard to do and organize very well. And that time we did a Guru Pujan of Swamiji. So I know she gave me all this Pujan material, and then
I have one more.
And Om was appeared in the sky that time.
We have one more connection between Jitu Bhai and Naimishaji here. When Swamiji came for the first time to Canada in September 2001. Jitu Bhai, it was first year for them. They started the Samarpan meditation and group meditation in Bhavnagar from March onwards. So Jitu Bhai was having some movement of hands and legs, and he was asking you, Naimishaji, and Naimishaji sent an email to Swamiji, which happened to be opened by me on my computer, and I was sharing the information to Swamiji. So you may want to remember and share that.
So all these things was just I think it's all
so many things.
Swamiji used to Swamiji only knows what is happening, what is happening, how the clearance is taking place, because see, he could see the Kundalini. We sometimes now in the starting we said, Swamiji, so many people had come, sir. Itne log aaye the, I don't know. So Swamiji, how can you say like that? Because you are sitting and we are in front of us, in front of you, we all are there, so you can't see us. So he said, when I sit on the Vyaspit, I can't see people. I can see only Kundalini and energy. That's all. Chakras in Kundalini. So he is really clairvoyant. Swamiji, when he used to sit on the Vyaspit, he became a clairvoyant. So he just be with energy all the time. So he said that see, this clearance of Kundalini is not of this birth, but from the last so many births, whatever the sanskara is there. So when you sit for meditation, slowly every chakras were cleaning up. Yes.
Yeah. And Swamiji, when Jitu Bhai asked this question and it came through you by email, I asked Swamiji that this person is experiencing all this body movement while doing the meditation. Swamiji asked me to reply you back that probably he was Hatha Yogi in his past life. So when the Kundalini gets awakened, your movement in the past life was all about the yoga mudra or kriya And that is the reason why in this life, when you started, automatically your subconscious is getting activated and it is making those movements. So that may happen to some of the people in audience also. That's why I'm saying that many people sometimes get confused. How come my hand starts shaking? How come my body is making different forms? But these are all the subconscious memory that is trying to make it happen. You don't have to sleep and you have to focus. That is why Swamiji say focus on the crown chakra, and eventually all the other chakras will be cleared. So very powerful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jai Swami. All the best, Jitu bhai.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jitu bhai.
So Jitu bhai, Prafulla ben, so many beautiful guests and so many memories.
Just with one line, I wanted to say one line. I went to their place. Actually, I had been to center. I don't remember. She took me to her home. Then she brought some snacks. I said, first time she has offered and how to say no. So I took tea and snacks. Then we discussed for something. Then said, okay, now it's lunch. Why? Oh my God, I never knew. Lunch was also there afterwards. And so then we went to. I mean, so many sweet memories are there with that.
Swamiji kehte hain, aap chocolate
first Chaitanya Master in Bombay. In first
and he had come directly. He had come directly from airport. From the airport, he had come directly to our house.
Yeah, exactly. From the airport, I had come.
Sahi.
Then she made second time also when I had to go for a Chaitanya for some Gudi Padwa. She took the care to manage that we are picked up from the hotel, and Vyomesh Bakhai was there. She talked to Vyomesh Bakhai that they've stayed somewhere in the hotel in Parla. You pick them up and bring to this Koregaon. So many things they have done.
It shows so much dedication.
Because we became a one family. Once we become a Samarpan family, there is no bondage, no other differentiation of anybody. Like you feel like your own people, you know.
I would say for us, we have found a different love. Different level of love for us. We have found that.
So that is good. But I can assure everybody.
What he says to, at times in our small house, we used to have over 11 to 13 people staying.
First Chaitanya also, Guru Maharaj.
So many 11 to 13 people are staying in one house, a small place like ours.
And so this is Bombay apartment. So Bombay's apartment like the
and not
American
only that,
houses.
first time when Swamiji was supposed to go to UK, everybody came to meet him directly from the office and all. So I was also not knowing how many will come. So whatever food I made it, but not so much. I mean, I was not able, not knowing. But more than 30-40 people, they took their dinner with us, Prashad. And still something remained. So it was amazing. I mean, I don't know how it happened, but it happened because of the Guru's energy.
Yes,
his blessings are always there. So Prashad is always goes to everyone.
There was always Annapurna in each family of the Samarpan, like Naimisha Ben, Prafulla ji, Ratna ji, who became pure medium. Even though we are as husband or as man, we are always coming out, but behind us there is some energy of this Nari Shakti that was always supporting us. That's why we became such a lovely global family. And thanks to Swamiji for bringing all of us together, because at the end of all these pearls are connected through that thread of Shivakrupanand Swami, and we will keep that growing day by day. With Swamiji's grace, his energy is present right now with all of us. That is what making us. I want to. Yeah, go ahead.
You and your team is doing amazing work, and today this work is going to the global. I mean, all over the world, wherever our centers are there, they all are taking.
As
benefit of
this
type of programs.
Swamiji was planting seeds, and Swamiji mentioned this on the 10th anniversary of the Yog Prabha Bharti, that I have kept each seed distant enough so that when it grows, it become a tree. So, देखो, Jitu bhai is in Baroda right now. आप लोग in Mumbai. I am in USA. We are spreaded by Swamiji as if the electricity pole, just like he said. And he planted very carefully the energy inside us that is growing now to spread his message. It is not you and me doing any Guru Karya or any speaking any word. You will not believe, I made prayer to Swamiji and our team made prayer this morning before we start the program that you be in our words, you be in our body and spread your love and energy through us to the rest of the audience. That is what is happening. We believe very strongly that Guru energy is making do this. So thank
He's
you for
only,
noticing this and
only
compliment.
source of energy. We are just nothing, but we are just medium. But he is the source of energy. Thank you very much.
I don't want to forget two couples who made me come to this Samarpan and connected even Jitubai and Bhavnagar family, even Swamiji to his Dada Guru. That one couple is Rupam Choksi. Rupam Choksi and Mona Choksi are my high school friend. So Sanjay Soni and Chaya Soni are also my high school friend. We were brought up in Navsari, Tata Boys School student, and all come from the business family in Navsari. When Swamiji came in Rupam's life, Rupam introduced Swamiji to Sanjay Soni and me. My first visit to Bhavnagar was during the wedding of Sanjay Soni, where I also sang in his Bharat, the song in the streets of Bhavnagar. And that I remember very well. But Sanjay Soni and Chaya, who comes from Bhavnagar, it is Sanjay Sasural, became instrument to connect Swamiji with his Dada Guru. And that is the thing that I would be really mentioning worth over here at this time, that how each and every soul become instrumental and channel for Guru Shakti and Guru Karya. So you don't know as a sadhak what bigger thing are going to come through you in such a small attempt to organize a Guru Karya or workshop or something like that. And we are blessed. Let's move on the next part. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Jai Swami. Good night.
Bye. Thank you.
Jai Baba Swami.
Jitubai, we can take break for now. These people will continue on their next part.
I'm suggesting one thing.
Haji.
Probably Nimisa was to speak something. After that, we can continue it for tomorrow. It's already 10 o'clock.
Yeah, because
we already another day is there. And there
problem.
is a long thing. If we continue, it will be very long.
Yes.
So let Nimisha come inside, if she is there. And then we'll, rather than break, we'll continue.
Nimishaji's part is coming at the end of this events because she needs time to present her things. So let's do the upcoming events, and then she's part of the upcoming events for tomorrow.
Okay.
Jai Baba Swami. Thank you very much, Prafulla ji, Jitendra ji. Very interesting session.
Yeah, very interesting stories, beautiful experiences and memories. It was so fun listening to you. Thank you so much. So I would like to just have some announcements about our event. So can I call Utsavji please to announce about one of the workshop coming soon?
Hey Baba Swami everyone. So the Samarpan Meditation Americas is very excited to announce a brand new online introduction workshop, Manifest Your Best. A workshop for men by men. This workshop is completely free of charge, and this is a great opportunity to find your best within yourself. But how? Okay, so for that, you have to join us on Saturday, March 19th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And the registration link will be posted in the chat box, so you can share it. And also feel free to spread the word about this workshop to anyone within your family, friends, neighbors, or even in your professional circle. Although the theme of this workshop is for men by men, but this workshop is open for everyone. And hence, I'm super excited to invite everyone in this workshop and looking forward to see you all next Saturday. Back to you, Aishwarya ji.
Thank you so much. So we are all excited for this workshop. Can I go ahead and call Krishna ji, please, for one of our exciting shows in here?
Jai Baba Swami, Jai Atmeshwar. Thank you everyone for your overwhelming response to our Samarpan Americas talent show, which is in March 2022. We are very excited to announce that all the spots were filled and taken, and we have closed the registration for this March talent show. In case anyone has registered after we have closed, their entries would be kept as a priority for the next talent show. March 2022 talent show is on 26th March at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Central Time, and 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Let's pray for all the participants and get ready for cheering them and receive blessings from our dear Swamiji and all the Guru Shaktis for this talent show on 26th March 2022. Looking forward to see you all in the talent show. Jai Baba Swami.
Thank you so much, Krishna ji. Now can I have Naimishaji for our tomorrow's extended session?
Yes, Jai Baba Swami.
Jai Baba Swami, go ahead.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, before you start, Naimishaji, I want to let our audience know, Naimishaji is the one whom Jitendraji mentioned in the beginning, that she inspired Jitendraji to write the book, and she is the driving force behind many things that goes on together in the things that Jitendraji is doing. So she is trying to give us some good interactive part that you are going to enjoy. Welcome, Naimishaji, sorry.
Thank
one
you.
One more thing. We have seen that girl's photo now when we are doing that exercise. That sweet girl was there that was doing exercise. And that girl, Diksha, is Nimisha's daughter.
Very nice, beautiful. Welcome, Naimishaji. Aa jaiye.
Thank you, everyone. Hello, everyone. Before I start, let's do some rapid fire round about this chakra and related things. So shall I start with some questions? Just write yes or no in the chat box, all right? I'm audible enough?
Yes.
Yeah. So most of the people understand that imbalance of a chakra means blocked chakra. Do we ever heard about overbalanced chakra, overactive chakra? Please mention yes or no. So, okay, I'm getting some responses. Next question is, do we know that there are chakras on the earth even? And if yes, where are they located? 7 chakras of the earth. Okay. Then do we know that chakras are also present in our palm? If yes, where it is located? All right. Do we know how to check, or can we check through self-examination about our chakras, whether it is imbalanced, it is overactive, or it is underactive? Many are saying no, don't know, while few are saying yes. That's good to know. Are we knowing about chakra-specific food, yoga, mudras, colors, Tibetan bowls, solfeggio frequencies, affirmations, and so many things? Yes or no? Okay, heard about them. That's good. Do we know any correlation between different emotions and chakras? Do we have any idea about scientific impact of thoughts and words on our body and mind? Many of us may have read about that or heard about that, right? And last question. do we know even 1 minute specific exercise regularly can balance our chakra? Many no's are coming. So if we would like to know about all these questions, then Chakra Sahita, I believe this is the best guide ever have been published. I have never come across such a detailed, such a, you can say, easy, lucid language and very much practically, you can say practically implicable, write an entire book on chakras. Neither in Gujarati, nor in Hindi, nor in English. But this is something unique. Recently, if you can just play the next slide, please. One internationally renowned channel has a talk show about Chakra Sahita. Yes, this one. And after that, so many overwhelmed responses are coming. But before that, I would like to share. Initially, Jituji has started a series named Vigyani Aakhe, Adhyatmani Paakhe, Wings on Spirituality, Eyes of Science. He started writing about Aura, Kundalini, Nadi, and then one by one, all 7 chakras. When I was reading that series on one digital media, it was so very impactful. Spontaneously, I used to give some feedback on the articles. If you can push that slide. Yeah, please. Thank you. So these are my spontaneous responses about the chakra articles written by Jituji. Only few words I will write. I'll just repeat here. Like it was a spellbound. It was fantastic writing flow. Sometimes I feel it a complete subtle dish with a very good ambience and company, and lots of things. Next slide, please. Then one day when all 7 chakras I have gone through, I've read all the articles. I wrote directly to Jituji that I genuinely feel that when we have completed all the chakras, you must compile a book. Or even better, you can compile a small pocket books for each chakra also. And I'm really feeling very honored that Jituji has taken this suggestion very seriously. And today we are having this amazing book, Chakra Sahita. Apart from that, what happened, when I was reading this article, I couldn't stop myself to share the articles among friends and family members and numbers of like-minded people. One of my cousins, who is an admin of a very big digital platform, specially meant for readers, he has gone through that article, and then he has requested Jituji to publish his articles in that digital platform. And now I could say 151 articles has been published in digital media, and it has gone to so many vast readership. When we come to know about this publication of this book, such an overwhelming responses have started coming. If I continue speaking about that, I think entire session will be gone on that. So I won't speak much about that, but I would like to share very recent responses. One very famous hypnotist from Mumbai, when he came to know about this book, he has gone through that, and immediately he has contacted Jituji and express his willingness to contribute something in that, to make it make the spread of this book among the entire community and among the globe. And he is having very large media group of 350,000 plus people. And he has taken the details from Jituji, and now for 3 months constantly, he will be spreading the words about Chakra Sahita so that people can get the benefited out of that. And I am very honored to be a part of next Hindi translation also. And we all are very much waiting about not only this Chakra Sahita Gujarati, which is already published, but Hindi, English. Now I think already translation have been started for German and French too. So instead of I speak much more about this, I think we should wait for tomorrow when Jituji can explain us more about this Chakra Sahita, and we can enjoy it a lot. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, and have a great time ahead.
One thing I want to tell our audience that tomorrow we will also have some practical sessions. When Jituji is talking about his book, he is going to lead us through different part of the important chapters on each chakra, and we will have some practical experience tomorrow's session also. So I'm sure you are not going to miss that. And thank you very much, Naimishaji, for sharing your personal anubhuti and inspiration behind writing this book. It is really something very important to all of us, and we really appreciate your presence. Thank you. I want to tell our audience also that there is another member of Jituji's team, Piyushaji, who is currently traveling. Otherwise, I requested her to come and share 2 words also. But I can tell you what she was mentioning about Jituji, that he is an open-minded person. He is a leader living in India with American mindset. As you have seen, he is such an open-minded person, and he brings so much up-to-date information needed for today's generation and upcoming generation. So very similar to what Jacqueline was talking about, very similar to what Swamiji is trying to bring us in the future. And we are lucky to have them as our guest today and tomorrow. Jituji, I will pass it to you as the concluding remark for today.
Thank you, Hitendraji. Actually, it took us back in the memory lane.
Yes.
I'm feeling that it became like our own documentation.
Absolutely.
Suppose I want to make a documentary now that I can.
Yes.
Because of the pushes that you and your team have given. So many things have remained as we have discussed, but it's getting late, definitely, for you also. It's already above, 3 hours at least.
Right.
So we continue tomorrow.
Not a
and
problem.
all the best to everybody. Thank you, everyone, for joining, giving us an opportunity to.
Jai Baba Swami, just few more minutes, Jituji, and then we will wrap up.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Prafulla ji,
Yes,
for supporting Jituji and inspiring all of us. Your comments, your inputs were always very full of energy and touching our heart also. So we appreciate that. And those who are coming tomorrow, I am telling you again, we will start with Chakra Samhita and continue with the Samarpan journey after the Chakra Samhita, after intermission tomorrow. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Hitendra ji and Jitendra ji and Prafulla ji for this wonderful. Aisa laga ki we just had the appetizer today and the main course is coming tomorrow. So I would like everybody to be stay tuned for tomorrow's session. Like Naimishaji shared so many interesting questions. Those workshops are actually useful for us in life. So please be there tomorrow. And for people who are in Americas, please note that time changes tomorrow. So instead of today's session will be 1 hour forward. So let's log in at 6:30 a.m. PST or 9:30 a.m. EST tomorrow to enjoy the session. Time in India will remain the same, but time in US will change. So please, let's go on that journey that you see in the picture in the PPT slides with Prafulla ji and Jitendra ji for tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of the journey. And we really, as a team, appreciate all the time that you have spent in giving us and preparing for today's session, and all the guests who came today, Jacqueline and Naimishaji, and Surendraji also conveyed his wishes, though he could not join. So thank you to all of those and the backstage team who constantly was on toes to make this happen everywhere, and they are promoting the session left and right through your experiences. So thank you so much. Now, Darshana, can you take over for this particular one?
Jai Baba Swami, everyone. Let's invite Swamiji to give his blessings and end this session.
आप सबको खूब खूब आशीर्वाद.
Thank you very much, Swamiji.
खूब आशीर्वाद.
Thank you very much, Darshanaji, for bringing Swamiji to our program. Very beautiful, very beautiful.
Yeah.
बहुत मजा.
Thank you, everyone.
Actually,
Thank you. Thank
I mean, I don't think, I mean, even tomorrow, because to see, it's only we are going with the first posting, 2001.
तो एक काम
Rajkot.
कर सकते हैं, if you think that after 10 o'clock is too late for you, do you want to come little early tomorrow?
For us, it's okay, but it will be too early for you people. Suppose
No,
Amrita was
हमारी
talking to me.
हमारी
No,
फिक्र
not
मत
for
करो.
you
हमारा
people.
we are losing 1 hour, so tomorrow.
Why I'm saying,
Today's
Jitendra,
time.
why I'm saying for the audience also, because it will be 5:30 in Pacific time. It will be 5:30 morning tomorrow. If you are making it still earlier, it will be too early, isn't it?
Time is not a limit, Jitendra ji, for the prasad that Swamiji has.
It is
for us, it's not an issue. Okay.
Yeah.
So
but for
my
people,
thing
your
is,
people, how far your people will be joining in the morning, I don't understand.